responsible citizens with the freedom to protect themselves and their loved ones. For over a decade, we've been manufacturing top-quality American-made components and assembling them in Columbia, South Carolina, so that you can purchase them directly from us, either in store or online at palmettostatearmory.com. We are committed to offering you the best, most reliable equipment you can count on. We invite you to visit us today and see what makes us different. Palmetto State Armory, American-made for life.
You booked a ride home after a night out, only to find yourself in a rideshare crash. Next move, call us. In a rideshare accident, the laws are different. You need an attorney who knows what to do.
Having the patio enclosure windows all the way around the room, I no longer have to worry about it being dirty, and it is a favorite. I love it.
Congratulations, graduates, from the Mike Hostelo Law Firm. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of our show, Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White.
See you later. Hi. Shall we chat in a second? First, give away some money? Yep. Okay, it's a good plan. Grab those devices there. Your first toss-up tonight is worth $1,000. The category is character. And Vanna White will start us at the board.
Toss-up character is the first category. Mad scientist.
Janet.
Mad scientist.
Yes.
Got it, Janet. And I hear the rumor is you're celebrating in a big way.
Well, I was. When I turned 70, I decided that every year should be like a milestone birthday, and I'm going to do something out of my comfort zone. So we booked an excursion in the Dominican Republic, and we hiked up a mountain and jumped off a cliff and slid down a bunch of waterfalls. So that started my decade off. So now every year I want to do something like this out of my comfort zone.
Well, that's great. This is a lot less dangerous than that.
Yeah,
You know, you should meet Tom Cruise and audition for Mission Impossible 9. He loves that kind of stuff.
I know.
You'd be great.
I would.
Yeah, as you know. And you've got a motto about living life. What is it?
I do. Well, actually, I live in a 55-plus community.
Okay.
Our motto is, it's the time of your life to have the time of your life. So I'm here chatting with you. I'm getting married. Planning a wedding.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I saw on Instagram you're a wedding officiant.
Oh, yes, I'm ordained.
Yeah, so are you coming to New Jersey?
Just have to change the script from Robbie and Tanya to Janet and...
There you go.
And?
Frank.
Janet and Frank.
Hi, Frank. It's
We
Frank.
got it.
Yes.
Janet, Frank. I'm your guy.
Yeah.
All right, Janet. Nice to have you. Will do. Mike Nunez from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Sir, Buzz City.
Nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
I hear you created a fun way to play Wheel of Fortune at home.
Yes, so I started playing Wheel of Fortune really die hard in college by making it a drinking game. So what we would do is when the prizes came up or the puzzles came up, the winner of that round did not have to drink and the other two had to drink. So I ended up getting more drunk on power than I did on beer.
So you were tipsy on power.
Oh, very tipsy.
Okay, we're going to play the dry version tonight, Mike.
Okay, perfect.
All right. And what else should we know about what you got going on?
Yeah, so I'm actually a new father as well. I have a newborn baby boy named Felix back at home. He's awesome. I also have a beautiful wife named Chandler and an 85-pound lapdog named Chorizo Burrito, who has really taken on the big brother role well.
How did you come up with the name?
So he's part bulldog, and every good bulldog has a meat-based name. So Chorizo Burrito, perfect.
I knew there was a perfect story to that. Thanks, Mike. Good luck. Andrea Berry from Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Good evening. Used to be a teacher.
Yes, a former teacher for 13 years.
We applaud that. Thank you for teaching our youth.
During that time, I was able to travel to Brazil to study abroad. So bringing that back to my students that were ecstatic about, oh, did you do it? No. But yeah, so now I am a stay-at-home mom. I have a 2-year-old little boy. He keeps me on my toes, and that is my full-time job.
I get it. And you go way back with Wheel of Fortune.
I do. I remember around 12, I was like, I want to spin ID. And everybody was like, no, you wait till you're 18. So I'm like, oh, I had to wait. That was the first thing I did when I turned 18.
The first thing, you got your spin ID.
I have
by
my
heart.
spin ID.
And speaking of the spin ID, don't forget to go to wheeloffortune.com to get yours. You can have your very own spin ID. You can win fabulous prizes all season long and the big 50K this week. Wheeloffortune.com. Perfect, right? That's the perfect spot to plug it.
Yes.
little cheesy though. All right, let's grab those devices. Second toss-up, we're $2,000.
2,000 awesome events next cowboy.
That starts us.
Family reunion.
Janet.
Family reunion.
Yes.
There you go. And we'll take a look at the first round puzzle tonight. The category is same letter. So when you get that same letter,
Same letters, next cowboy.
Remember that, Janet? You get to start on the wheel.
Ooh, okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
600.
R.
There is one R in all of that up there. 500.
T.
Yes, a pair of T's for you.
I'd like to buy a
What
vowel.
would you like?
An I.
Yeah, we have one I.
I'd like to buy another vowel.
Tell me.
E.
5 E's, Janet. Here they come. $600.
N.
There are 2 N's. And there they are.
Parents.
900.
M.
Well, you are on a roll. There are 6 M's in the puzzle. That is the same letter, an extra $1,000.
Moments, memories, mementos. Mementos. Moments, memories, and mementos.
Moments,
Yes.
memories, and mementos.
Janet, you solved it right.
Do you think
Brought to you by the following. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer.
Consumer Cellular, ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction.
Hi, my friend Linda has you guys and gets way better coverage than I do.
Sounds like Linda has you beat.
Only in coverage.
And plans start at $20.
Okay, press 2.
Call or visit Consumer Cellular to switch today.
Tonight's mystery round is brought to you by Eggland's Best Eggs. The best moments deserve the best eggs, especially when they're Eggland's Best. Tastes so deliciously fresh, with better nutrition too. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. $10,000.
Welcome back, Jan. It's off to a nice start, but we are just getting into it. The category for this round is what
None of your business.
And Mike,
My mind.
to the big spin. G. Yes, we have A, G. $700.
I'd like to buy a vowel. The E.
3 E's for you, Mike. $900.
S.
Yes, a couple of S's.
All right. I'm gonna buy a vowel. Can I do an A, please?
You can do 1A, and we'll show you that. 900.
R.
No, there is no R. Andrea.
Come on, Andrea.
600.
T.
Yep, we have 5 T's. Andrea. $3,000 for those T's.
I like to buy a vowel.
Tell me.
O.
We have 1. Unfortunately, we're stuck on that one. So over to you, Janet.
Okay.
Oh. Let's see what you got, Mike. Give it
I
a
like
big
to
spin.
solve.
All right, then solve.
Standing the test on time.
Standing the test of time.
Oh.
There you go, Mike. Glad you did it.
Standing the test on time. No, that is not right.
Who gets the prize puzzle right now? The category for tonight is phrase.
Please,
Andrea,
next
you're on the wheel.
cowboy.
Give it a good spin. Don't want that for you. Okay, Janet, your turn.
My turn. Okay, here we go.
Here you go, Janet.
500.
R.
Yes, we have 1 R. There you go. 800.
N.
3 N's.
Wow,
Janet.
good.
$100 now. I believe you.
Come on, Janet.
700.
M.
No, I'm afraid we do not have an M. Mike. 600.
T.
Yes, sir. We have 1, 2, 3 T's.
I'd like to. To buy a vowel.
Which one?
The O.
Couple of O's. $600.
B.
Yep, there is 1.
I'd like to buy the E, please.
3 E's to show you. $550.
P.
Just 1, but there you go.
No
like
better
to buy a
place
vowel.
to.
The A.
One of those. $500.
C.
1 C. Mike, $2,700.
All right, I'm gonna spin again.
Give me a letter at a time. $5.50.
L.
There is one L.
I'd like to buy the vowel I.
Okay. We'll put that I there.
Okay. I'd like to buy the vowel the U.
I would if I were you. There you go.
No better place to unwind.
I like to solve.
Figured you might now.
No better place to
Yes.
unwind.
Let's not forget this is also
And now we're
prize
gonna
puzzle
take you
what I
to
want. I'm
Curacao.
going to Curacao, yes.
You're going to unwind in this.
To this cool new place in this.
The famous triple toss-up right now, the same category. Each one is worth $2,000. The category is...
What are you wearing? This is that category.
That's the one. Got your devices. Let's play. Janet.
Top hats and tails.
Top, hat,
Yes.
and tails.
Yes, that's $2,000. You're correct. And you are in the lead with $13,700. Can she hang on to it? Number 2.
Black tuxedo.
Mike. Black.
Yes.
There you go, Mike. You jump up in the lead, $15,250. Who gets this one? We're finding out right now.
Canadian tuxedo.
Mike. Canadian.
Yes, $10,000.
$17,250. Our leader. And time for the next puzzle. The category is
On my playlist, next category. Speed up.
These are running tight on time, so give the wheel a final spin, Mike. $1,000 where it lands. Confidence will be worth
Video those beats again on my playlist, the cowboy.
Mike, you go first. S. There's one. There you have it. A long way to go, but take a good look. Andrea.
T.
There are 2 T's, Andrea. Anna's going to put them in. And then we'll give 3 seconds from right now to study it or make a guess. Janet?
R.
No. Mike?
N.
Yes. 3. Andrea?
G.
What? G on my playlist. Let's go, Janet.
H.
We have 1. 3 seconds starts now. Okay, Mike?
B.
1B.
Believe it's not maybe all 1. I don't know.
Yeah, you got it, Mike.
Nothing but dance music. Yep.
People taking the Truby saw an impact on health-related quality of life and were 50% less likely to be hospitalized for heart issues, giving you more chances to do what you love with who you love. Tell your doctor if you're pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding, and about the medications you take. The most common side effects were mild and included diarrhea and abdominal pain. If you have AT.
On your side.
Somebody keeps yelling, Mikey, Mikey, from over there in the corner. Who is that, Mike?
Yo, Mike. Yeah, that's my dad, Tony.
That's my son right there. Established everybody's relationship. What do you think of him? He's doing all right?
He's doing awesome. He's doing awesome.
He seems like a lot of fun as a dad.
Oh, he's an even better grandpa.
Okay, great. Oh, that's very sweet.
We got the one there.
Hey, Mike, sir. Spin the wheel. Let's try and get you some more money, all right? You got $100,000 like that car, $75,000, feeling good? Feels great. First time dad, long time dog dad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to grab these.
That's the bell, cuz.
Okay, Mike, let's take a little stroll. You chose phrase. We are going to give you the RSTL.
Please, last cowboy.
Start off with this. Now we need your input. So 3 more consonants, Mike, and a vowel.
D. B. M. A.
Okay, well, Vanna, you can show us some things here. That is going to be it. So, Mike.
Alive and kicking! Alive and kicking!
Talk out if you need to. That can be helpful. You have 10 seconds to solve it. Good luck.
Alive and thriving. Alive and kicking. Alive and
That's
living.
it. That's it. That's it.
Yes! What I win, what I win, what I win! $40,000, yes!
Doesn't it? That feels amazing. Thank you so much.
Costello Law Firm.
From the Alec stage at Sony Picture Studios, this is Jeopardy! Let's meet today's contestants. A product manager, originally from San Antonio, Texas, Joey Ismorio. A trivia content creator and DJ from Plainview, Illinois, Jay Borson. And a our returning champion, a software engineer originally from Houston, Texas, Stella Trout, whose one-day cash winnings totaled $28,800. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Welcome to Jeopardy. Following her big win yesterday, our new champion, Stella Trout, told us she still hadn't really processed the fact that she had just won $28,800 and was now a Jeopardy champion. Well, she's had a little time to settle into her champion status now, and she's back today to face Jay and Joey.
She got Jay and Joey this game.
Let's get to work in the Jeopardy round. Your categories will be, first, Reelin' in the Year. Then we have some beastly television, followed by geographic nicknames. We'll be putting the brand back together. Then give us the short version, and Jeopardy Strong. Stella, where do you want to begin?
Short version for 1,000, please.
Answer there is...
Short version for 1,000. Oh, just like that. Why not? Let's bet 1,000.
I'll wait for 1,000.
Here's your clue. Give us the short version. Cut the lizard-related part off, and you're left with this four-letter shortened word, the terrible part.
Was Dino?
What's... Dino?
Dino is
yes!
in the nick of time, yes. Terrible lizard, dinosaur.
Give us the short version for 800.
A 13-letter word meaning of many varieties gets cut down to this four-letter abbreviation we've only seen written until now.
Oh, nobody's giving it.
I have to
Misc
say,
is
what
what
is
we're looking for.
misc?
Short version for 600.
MISC for miscellaneous. Stella?
Short version 600.
This shortened word comes before research to mean digging up dirt on political foes. Jay.
What is Oppo?
What's Oppo?
Let's go Reelin' in the Year for 800.
Five
Let's
guys
try
get busted at the water.
Reelin' in the Year for
Harrison
800.
Schmidt is one of two to be the last to walk on the moon, but not to moonwalk.
I'm not gonna go back.
Jay.
No.
1974?
No.
What? Nope.
That's also incorrect.
What?
Stella, not gonna try it?
1972 is what we're looking for.
1972. Just had to keep going. Back to you, Jay.
Geographic nicknames for 1,000.
Under John Calvin, this city became the Rome of Protestantism.
Was Geneva?
Yes.
Geographic for 800.
Before it blew its top, this U.S. peak was the Fuji of the West.
What's Mount St. Helens?
That's it.
Nicknames for 600.
An abundance of sediment gives the Missouri River the nickname Big
I'm gonna
This.
hold back. No.
Big Silt?
No.
It's not Big
Stella,
Splits.
Close, but it's Big
Big
Muddy.
Muddy is what we're looking for.
Back to you, Joey.
Putting the brand back together for 1,000.
Put brand back together for
Teenage girls of
1,000.
the 90s were ecstatic when he revived his Slinky platform shoes in 2017.
Steve Madden is what we're looking for.
Back to you, Joey.
Jeopardy Strong for 1,000.
In physics, the strong force binds these in clusters to make particles like protons and neutrons.
What
What
quarks?
are nuclei?
Quarks.
No. Stella.
What? Quarks?
Quarks is correct.
Jeopardy Strong 800.
Jeopardy Strong for
An
800.
event in a strongest man competition is tossing this over a wall. Not a beer container, but a 33-pound weight.
What's a keg?
Keg. It is.
BC Television for 1,000.
This 1960s horse
who's
was a
Mr.
horse
Ed?
course
Hello,
and once hit a
I
home
am
run off
Mr.
Sandy
Ed.
in Dodger Stadium. Stella.
Yes.
Mr. Ed.
It is.
Jeopardy Strong 600.
Jeopardy Strong for
The
600.
football offense's strong side is the one with the tight end. The defense matches up with a
I
strong
don't
type
know.
of this defensive back. Jay.
What is the safety?
Strong safety.
Oh,
Beastly
safety.
Television for
BC
8.
Television for
This
800.
man's loyal direwolf Greywind tragically perishes just like him
No,
during the
no.
Red Wedding. Stella.
Who's Rob Stark?
Yes.
Rob Stark,
Television
yep.
6.
The makers of The Chilling Adventures of Her discovered that star Kiernan Shipka was allergic to the cats playing Salem. Stella.
Who's Sabrina?
Was Sabrina really the year for 200?
The Santa Maria runs aground. Merry Christmas, Columbus. Lorenzo de Medici goes beyond de
Was
medicine.
1492?
Joey.
What is 1492?
In 1492, of course, that brings you to $200.
Take a
You're in
first
second
commercial
place as
break.
we pause. Is originally from San Antonio, Texas. You're a product manager who's lately been studying what?
Russian language.
Why Russian?
So in 4th grade, Call of Duty Black Ops came out.
Okay.
And a lot of the campaign revolves around, like, the Cold War, so, like, the USSR is a big part of that. And when I was reading the signs, I just wanted to know what they said in at least, like, the Latin alphabet. So I learned Cyrillic, and then from there, it just kind of spurred on a love of the Russian language.
It's not that you're trying to get better at Call of Duty Black Ops all these years later.
I'm just trying to read the signs, like, trying to read the signs of the game.
Well, it may pay off in real life sometime. Who knows?
Hopefully.
Jay Borsom is with us from Plainfield, Illinois. You're a trivia content creator and a DJ. Looking, in that regard, for a Guinness World Record, right?
I am, yeah. This June, I am hoping to set the Guinness World Record for longest marathon as a quiz master.
Is that actually a record, or are you trying to create a new one?
No, surprisingly, it really is. The record is currently just over 34 and a half hours. I'm shooting for 36.
What's the longest quiz you've ever run?
Not 36, probably about 4 hours.
As long as there's coffee or Mountain Dew or something, you're going to be fine. Well, best of luck on breaking the record. Our champion is Stella Trout, a software engineer, originally from Houston, Texas. Now, I don't think it's for Call of Duty Black Ops, but you've also been studying languages, yes?
Yeah, that's correct.
Which ones?
Stuff I've taken at least a year, I would say, like Latin, Greek, German, French, Spanish, Russian, Mandarin. But it's not a flex. It's more of a jack of all trades, master of none type situation.
You wouldn't feel confident just starting up a conversation in most of those?
No, I'm more interested like from a linguistic perspective rather than like a communication perspective.
What about reading the signs in a video game? You there yet?
Probably. I could probably do that.
Because that's one of the highest levels. I think Joey would agree, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Joey, you gave us the last correct response. Pick up your buzzers, everybody. We are back into the
Really did the year for 200.
Geographic nickname's 400.
Once known for its leprosy
graphic
quality,
against the
its
400.
friendly isle.
Was a Molokai,
putting the brand back together 800.
back together for 800.
This iconic line of colorful dinnerware was discontinued in 1973.
Was
and revived in
Fiesta.
1986. Time to party, muchachos.
Oh, the voice going in.
What is Fiesta?
Fiesta's what we're looking
Fiesta
for.
wear? Joey?
Reeling in the year.
Really did the year for 1,000.
Jacques Marquette hits Quebec. The Great Plague of London ends. But don't worry, there's also a fire. Stella,
Was 1666?
good for 1,000.
Brand back together,
Let's
600.
go with
In 2016,
brand back together for
this brand
600.
resurrected its classic 505s, modeled in the 70s
What,
by
Levi's?
Buddy Harry and the Ramones.
What Levi's?
What is
Was
Levi's?
Levi's?
Yes. Reeling in the year for 6.
Really did the
The
year
Titanic
for
goes
600.
down, Fenway Park goes up at the cost of $650,000.
Was 1912?
1912.
That's the year.
Really did the year for 400.
Fort Sumter becomes a hotspot. Vassar College is founded, but doesn't open for 4 years for Sumter-related reasons.
Was
Was
1861?
1861.
Right.
Back together for
Putting the brand
400.
back together for 4.
After a bankruptcy and months of mourning, these immortal snacks returned to store shelves in July 2013. 4 grams
What
lighter.
Twinkies?
Joey.
What are Twinkies?
Short version for 400.
Give us the short version 400.
The Peloton webpage asks, should you do this, like on the bike or treadmill, or weights
Was the
first?
cardio?
Jay.
What is cardio?
That's
Beasley
it.
television for 400.
BTV for 400.
On this show, Charlotte York had a King Charles Spaniel named
Was Sex in the City?
Jay.
What is Sex in the City?
Yes.
Jeopardy
Should be
Strong
sold for 400.
The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency says to use strong these, even if they're hard to remember, like the agency's name is.
What passwords? Short version for 200.
You're asking a bartender to steal from his employer when you request a strong pour. Spend extra and say, make it a this.
What's AMA?
Yes.
Short version 200.
Short version
three-word
for.
way of saying you're an open book becomes this three-letter abbreviation over on
What's
Reddit.
Shall we solve for 200? What's a double?
Ask me anything.
Short
Yes.
version for 200. What's AMA? Back together for
Was on the
200.
verge of bankruptcy when he returned as CEO in 1997. It's not on the verge of bankruptcy now.
With Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Geographic degrees for 200.
Ding dong. It's this hyphenated British town calling, aka the home of the bard.
Was Stratford apart? Now last clue.
Correct.
And yeah, bring it.
Final clue in Beastly Television.
I better get this one. Was Dora the Explorer.
Boots is a little monkey who accompanies her on her adventures. Stella.
Yes.
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer is correct. Did you know that one? Muy bien. But Jay is out of the hole and will select first in Double Jeopardy. Here are the new categories in this round. First, reality fictionalized. Then we have some science stuff. In this category, each response is a word with the same letter 3 times. Followed by colleges and universities. We'll find the Ark of the Covenant. And finally,
let's go with science stuff for 1600.
What'll it be?
Let's start with science stuff for 16.
The discontinuity between Earth's crust and mantle is usually called this 4-letter name, as the Rovicic bit is a mouthful. That would be the
Mohos we're looking for.
Jay?
All right, science stuff for 12.
Science stuff for 1200.
The study of fossil plants and ancient plant life has this 11-letter name.
Was plant paleobotany? What's links for 1200?
Jack Warden took over the role of Coach Buttermaker in the short-lived TV series based on this film. Replacing
Bad News Bears we're looking for.
Jay?
Same letter for 12.
Also known as a series,
same letter 3 times for
it's a series
1200.
of reeds of different lengths bound together into a single wind instrument.
What's a panpipe?
What is a panpipe?
It is.
Science stuff for 2000.
Also known as rare earth metals, this group of elements on the periodic table runs from atomic number 57 or 58 to 71 lutetium. Jay,
what are the lanthanides?
You got it for 2000.
Same letter for 1600.
Same letter for 16, please.
Matthew 6:24 warns, "Ye cannot serve God and this personification of wealth."
Mammon is what we're looking for. Sportsflix for 1600.
Sportsflix for 16.
Apollo isn't the first name of the title pugilist in this 2015 film. Continuing the theme.
Who's Creed?
Joey.
What's Creed?
That's the movie.
Sportsflix, actually. Yeah,
Sportsflix for 2000.
In a 2000 film, Omar Epps and Sanaa Lathan engage in these two title activities at USC.
Love and basketball is what we're looking for.
Back to you, Joey.
Colleges and universities, 8.
Colleges and universities for
Colleges
800.
in Dublin, Ireland, and Hartford, Connecticut share this numeric and religiously inspired name.
Was Trinity.
Trinity?
Yes.
Reality fictionalized 1200.
Reality fictionalized in 1200.
Set this novel at the real-life Metropole Hotel in Russia.
What's the gentleman in Moscow? Same letter 3 times for 800.
The same letter, 8.
This small city in South Dakota's Black Hills was named for a gulch full of fallen trees once
What's the
found there.
Deadwood?
Joey.
What's Deadwood?
Colleges and universities, 4.
Think your school's got tradition?
Colleges and universities for 400.
Got a degree and taught theology on the left bank at the University
No
of this
idea, I'm
city.
gonna go hold back. No!
London?
No, I'm sorry.
London. Wand.
Left bank, University of
Paris, we're looking for.
Joey, back to you.
Reality non-fiction for fictionalized for
As
800.
New York City Police Commissioner, this future president helps the alienist and, yells, "Bully!" Joey.
Why did I buzz?
And he doesn't know.
Question, but I'm sorry. Jay.
Say Roosevelt.
That's right.
Colleges and universities for 12.
The University of
Colleges
Vermont was
and
founded in
universities
this
for
city
1200.
back in 1791. Go
Was
Cats.
Burlington.
Jay.
What is Montpelier?
No. Joey.
What's Burlington?
That's it.
Same letter for 400.
It can refer to an adversarial confrontation or a way to restart play in a hockey
What's the
game.
face-off?
Stella.
What's face off?
You got it.
Reality for 1600.
In Elmore Leonard's historical novel Cuba Libre, Private Virgil Webster felt himself
What's the
lifted
main?
from the deck of this ship. Jay.
What is the main?
Remember the main?
U.S. reality for 2000.
Reality for 2.
In a novel subtitled The Woman Who Revealed the Real America, Elise Hooper writes about this Depression-era photographer.
Was Dorothea Lange.
It is, 2000 for you.
Ark of the Covenant 4.
Ark of the Covenant
The
for
Talmud
400.
says the Ark contained the tablets bearing these edicts.
What's the 10 Commandments?
Right.
Ark of the Covenant 1200.
Ark seekers have
Ark
included
of the Covenant for
British
1200.
Lord digging around 1910
No idea,
when
I'm gonna go
Jerusalem
back.
was under the rule of this empire. Jay.
What is the
Nope.
No.
Next.
A little later, it's the
Ottoman Empire, so we're looking for. Ark of the Covenant for 1600.
The Ark
I don't know, I'm
disappeared
gonna go
around
hold back.
587 BC, possibly during the time of the capture of Jerusalem by this empire. Jay.
What is the Roman Empire?
Nope.
Next.
Still not. Still our Joey. This time the Babylonian Empire.
Babylonian Empire, so we're looking for. Colleges and universities for 1600. All the daily double. What? Why not? Let's go 2000, please.
Post game, Stella.
2000, please.
All right, 10,800 will be your total. If you're right, in colleges and universities. Daniel Webster, a grad of this Ivy League school, argued and won an important 1819 Supreme Court case on its behalf.
Was Dartmouth.
What's Dartmouth?
Yes.
Yes.
New Hampshire, you have $2,000.
Same level for 2000. All the other daily double.
Back to back, the other daily double.
You know what? Let's win 4,000, please.
What do you want to do this time, Stella?
4,000.
For 14,800, if you're right again. Here's your clue in the same letter 3 times. From the Latin for iron, it's the specific job of someone who shoes horses and cares for their hooves.
What's a failure?
What's a farrier?
Farrier. answer is right, yes. 14,000.
Yeah.
Or
2000. For 2000.
The Promised Land, this people with whom they fought captured the Ark, but returned it after 7 months.
Philistines we're looking for.
Stella?
Science 800.
Science for
A block and
800.
tackle is a combination of at least 2 of this type of simple machine.
What the police?
Yes.
Colleges for 2000.
Scripps and Harvey Mudd are among the 7 California schools known collectively.
What's the Claremont
alliteratively as these
Consortium?
colleges. Stella.
What's the Claremont Consortium?
That's right.
Ark of the Covenant for 800.
800.
On top of the solid gold lid of the Ark, known as the Mercy Seat, were 2 figures of this type of angel with their wings outspread.
Was cherubim? Was cherubim?
No. Stella or Joey? Actually, they were cherubim. Back to you, Stella.
Science 400.
Science for 400.
Solid carbon dioxide. Be careful, as it can give you a burn similar to frostbite.
Was dry ice?
Right.
Sports
What's
for 8?
Flicks for
Philip
800?
Seymour Hoffman played A's skipper Art Howe in this film that also featured Chris
Was
Pratt and
Moneyball?
Joey?
What's Moneyball?
Yeah.
What's Flicks for 200?
Here's Mina Kimes.
Sports Flicks for
Bob
400.
played Coach Gary Gaines, leader of the plucky Odessa Permian team in this movie, one of my all-time faves.
Joey.
What's Friday Night Lights?
That's it.
What's Friday Night Lights? The last clue.
Fictionalized. See What I Have Done is partly written from the perspective of this woman who was tried and acquitted in 1893.
Was Lizzie Borden?
Stella.
Was Lizzie Borden?
Lizzie Borden is right, bringing you to 17,200. But this is not over yet. Let's find out for you three what your Final Jeopardy category is.
Final Jeopardy time. American history is the Final Jeopardy category.
He recalled that before an 1831 revolt, he had a vision of white spirits and black spirits engaged in battle. 30 seconds. Good luck.
Was Nat Turner? Alright, let's see what everybody
was
did.
up first with $4,200 and a response of...
Well, no.
I'm afraid not. How much did you wager, Jay? You
Not
lost $3,000,
Brown.
dropping you down to
$3,000. She drops to
Joey Keith Morio was in
$1,200.
second place with $9,400. He wrote down...
Nat Turner.
From the confessions
Yep.
leading up to his trial, the famous slave revolt.
Nat
What did you
Turner.
wager,
Yes.
Joey? You'll add
So
7801, taking you to
equals up to
$17,201.
$17,200.
A $1 lead
She gets to
over our
one,
champion,
and he is a
Stella
new
Trout, who needs to
Jeopardy
get this right.
champion.
Did she come up with Nat Turner?
Oh, she missed it. She missed it, and he is a new Jeopardy champion.
And all the interesting people you meet. Each week we highlight the good stories happening just across the South Carolina border.
Previously on Jeopardy Masters.
Victoria Gross had a pretty good lead heading into final, but did she know it was Luanda? There we go, she's correct. Taking her to 20,001 and making her tonight's first winner. In tonight's second game, Victoria Gross was in second place this time. She wrote down, what is anaphylaxis? And that is correct. So you have 18,801, and you're just behind Yogesh Rout. Did he know it was anaphylaxis? He didn't get it. So by just 2 points, Victoria Gross comes from behind. Victoria, undefeated so far in the semis, is in the top spot. Yogesh is next, thanks to both of his second place finishes. Isaac and Juveria have some catching up to do, but there are still 2 games left for them to do it.
We begin with 9 masters, but it's down to the final 4. In the end, only one will emerge as the champion. This is Jeopardy Masters. In tonight's first semi-final game, we have Juveria Zahir, Isaac Hirsch, and Victoria Gross. And now, here is your host, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And welcome to our last 2 semifinal games of this year's Jeopardy Masters. By the end of this hour, we will know who will be advancing to the finals. Up first, it's an all-new Masters matchup. Victoria, Isaac, and Juveria playing each other for the first time in this combination. Good luck. Let's get right into the Jeopardy round, where we have these categories for you tonight. Books of the Bible, then international athletes, followed by architecture terms, get hyphenated, then alphabetically first and or last, and finally...
I'm Henry Louis Gates Jr. I've spent my entire career studying African American history and sharing what I found in books, TV shows, and today, a category for the masters.
Victoria, you're up first.
I'll take architecture terms for 1,000.
Turns out there's a name for the low railing that can stop you from falling off a balcony. This 10-letter one. Victoria.
What's a balustrade?
Balustrade is correct for 1,000.
Architecture 800.
It's a semicircular recess at the end of a church or niche to hold a statue. Victoria.
What is an apse?
Right again.
Architecture 6.
An intermediate level of a building or a theater can be called an entresol or this Italian-derived word. Victoria.
What's a mezzanine?
Yes.
Books of the Bible, 1,000.
This short epistle to one single man asks him not to be harsh to his runaway slave Onesimus. Juveria.
Who is Philemon?
Philemon is good for 1,000.
Books of the Bible for 800.
Chapter 1 of the first book of Samuel is largely about the successful fight for fertility by this woman, Sam's mother. Victoria.
Who is Hannah?
Yes.
Books of the Bible, 6.
Answer. A daily double. The only one in the round, and you found it, Victoria. How much of your 3,200 do you want to put at stake here?
3,200.
True daily double attempt in Books of the Bible, going for 6,400 if you're right. Here's your clue. If you are not a seminarian and you're reading Deuteronomy 5, it's probably for these.
What are the 10 Commandments?
That's correct. Also there and in Exodus. You now have 6,400 and command of the board, Victoria.
Black history for 2.
Here's Professor Gates.
While many black surnames are those of the families that owned our ancestors, another common name, this one of an Oscar-winning actor, was taken after the Civil War to indicate no ownership.
Isaac.
Who's Morgan Freeman?
Yeah. Black history, 600.
Back to Professor Gates.
Black history for
After
600.
emancipation, many African Americans still lived off the land owned by others. If a relative success, one could be this type of farmer who, unlike a sharecropper, owned a portion of what he grew and paid rent from the proceeds.
Victoria.
What's a tenant farmer?
You got it.
Black history 4.
Skip Gates.
For decades, one of the best jobs for black men, and one of the few that showed them a wider world, was this job in railroad cars. The brotherhood of them was the AFL's first black union.
Isaac.
Was it Porter? Black history for 800.
Professor Gates.
The average African American has about 23% European ancestry. And although Malcolm X rightly said that Plymouth Rock landed on us, in 2023, I showed this legendary activist that she had a white ancestor on the Mayflower.
Victoria.
Who is Davis?
Angela Davis is correct.
Black history, 1,000.
One more time. Henry Louis Gates.
Many of our enslaved ancestors who came to America were Mende people of Sierra Leone. One famous Mende was this leader of the Amistad Rebellion.
Victoria.
Who is Cinque?
Joseph Cinque, well done.
Architecture 4.
It's an exterior support from the face of a wall, often of masonry. Types include tower, hanging, and of course, flying. Victoria.
What's a buttress?
Good.
Architecture 2.
As its name suggests, it's the central piece of an arch or a vault, holding the whole thing together. Juveria.
What's a keystone?
You got it.
Bible for 200.
The section of Handel's Messiah that asks and answers, "Who is this King of Glory?" comes from the 24th of these. Isaac.
Was Psalms.
Right.
Get hyphenated for 600.
The name of this acrobatic basketball move is thought to come from a cry a French acrobat makes before a leap.
Was Flyma Chamba.
Isaac.
What is an alley-oop?
Right.
Was an alley-oop. Get hyphenated for 800.
Change a letter in a term meaning unambiguous to get this adjective for a wholesome, neatly barbered young fella. Juveria.
What's clean cut?
Right, from clear cut.
Hyphenated for 1,000.
In the 18th century, this phrase, meaning of lower quality, was the grade of Royal Navy ship after those with 100 guns and 90 guns. That's where we get third rate. Those were third rate.
Third rates we're looking for.
Juveria.
Bible for 400.
Were this book named for its recipient, not author, we might have watched NFL star Theophilus Keekly and baseball's Theophilus Appling. Isaac.
What is
Was Luke.
Right.
International athletes of 600.
Cork County star Christy Ring is a legend of this stick and ball sport.
Was cricket. Was
Juveria.
cricket. A
What's
lacrosse.
lacrosse?
Sorry, no.
No, it's not lacrosse.
What is hurling?
That's the right
Hurling.
International athletes 8.
Kenya's Faith Kipyegon is the women's world record holder in the mile and this event that's 359
Was track and
feet short.
field.
Victoria.
What's the 1,500 meters?
Well done.
International athletes 1,000.
From 1987 to 1997, she spent a record 377 weeks as the world's top-ranked women's tennis player. Victoria.
Who is Graf?
Good for 1,000.
International athletes 4.
Lionel Messi has won a record 8 of these French-named awards. Juveria.
What's Ballon d'Or?
Right.
Athletes for 2.
Norway's Bjorn Dali won a record 8 Olympic golds in this type of skiing, including 2 in pursuit and 2 in the 50-kilometer freestyle. Isaac.
What is
Was downhill. No.
What's cross country?
That's right. I think 50 kilometers is a little too long for a downhill, Isaac, now that I think about it.
Very long hill.
Back to you, Juvaria.
Hyphenated for 200.
Knights of yore would train for tournaments on an early version of this whirling fairground amusement. Juvaria.
What's a merry-go-round?
Yes.
Hyphenated for 4.
The ads of this fast food chain feature cows that...
Spolly B. Fast food chain. Oh, what? What's Chick-fil-A? What's Chick-fil-A?
Excel at a spelling bee.
What's Chick-fil-A? Yeah.
That's right.
Alphabetically first, 200.
Alphabetically first
of
with
the 3
200.
Baltic states. Juvaria.
What's Estonia?
Yes.
Oh no. Alphabetically first for 400.
Sorry, it's all we got.
Oh God.
First and last of the Ivy League schools.
What's Harvard University?
Victoria.
What are Brown and Yale?
You got them both.
First and last 6.
First and last of the chemical elements. That's tough. What are actinium,
Actinium and zirconium is what we're looking for.
First or last 8.
Last of Canada's 10 provinces. Victoria.
What is Saskatchewan?
That's it.
Oh, sorry, Javier. First or last 1,000?
Here's the final clue.
The last clue.
Last, alphabetically and chronologically, of the battles of the Second Punic War. Javeria.
What's Zama?
Zama is correct. It means you'll finish.
And I get to start first in Double Jeopardy.
Gina.
Masters, Juveria's here. We always hear a big whoop here in the studio when we say your name. Who do you have here? You must have a big cheering section.
I do. I have my 2 beautiful daughters who are so wonderful and brave, and my husband who is extremely patient, my brother who is just okay, and then friends I've collected along the way. And most importantly, I am the medical head of the largest emergency department for psychiatry in Canada. And so when you run away a lot, it's probably bad, but Dr. Torp is in there and her very patient husband make sure that everything goes smoothly and nothing burns down. So I'm so grateful for her.
You got covered. Some of the doctors are here. So.
Yeah, she's here, which means no one's looking. No, I'm kidding. We found a victim. Thank you, Tracy.
Well done. Isaac Hirsch, you've told us about your dad's appearance on Jeopardy back in the 80s. Do you feel like this was meant to be? Are you destined to be a Jeopardy master?
I would never use a word like destiny, but sure. Yeah, why not? I mean, both my parents are trained librarians, and they met in library school, so I grew up surrounded by reference books and frequent dinner table arguments before the internet where they're like, no, it was this actor, no, it was this actor, and they ran over to pull out Leonard Maltin's movie guide or whatever. So that's just sort of, and also I have the kind of personality where if someone makes an allusion and I don't know what they're talking about, it irritates me, so I must know what they're alluding to.
It's good for parents to know. I think that you can mold a Jeopardy champion just by having a very nerdy household.
Don't do that. Don't. It was all voluntary. I want to be very clear. Don't mold your children into Jeopardy masters. Let them independently come to it.
Let them find their way to it.
Exactly.
Maybe we'll see Juveria's daughters up here sometime. We don't know that.
Only if they want to.
If they want to. Victoria Gross, you told us in a recent game that you recently picked up crossword puzzles and went to a tournament.
Yeah.
Any other new hobbies?
Yeah, so this year I got my level 1 certification from the Wine and Spirits Education Trust. So basically I got some materials to study. I went to Durham and took a really fun day-long tasting and lecture course, and then I took a test, and now I'm a level 1 sommelier.
Do they give you the test after you've just had a ton of wine all day?
Yes, we had 11 different wines over the course of the day.
Well, now that you're used to doing tests after having a little wine in you, have you thought about playing Jeopardy that way?
Oh, I've thought about it, but they won't let me.
They won't let you know.
But I'm hoping to get the level 2 certification this year, so now I'll hopefully know fancier wines that I can play Jeopardy with.
Ah, exciting.
Yeah.
It's time to play Double Jeopardy, so you three can pick up your signaling devices. Isaac, you'll be making the first selection from these categories. We have, books of the Bible, this time with a question mark. Then celebrations, Broadway musical Change a Letter, then science class, geography, and finally,
QUE, which is what?
End with the letters QUE. Isaac, what'll it be?
Broadway Change a Letter.
Broadway Change a Letter for 1200.
Frederick, Mabel, and the Major General do some singing while stretching on a trio of reformers. Juveria.
What's Pilates of Penzance?
That's right.
Oh boy, science class for 12?
Getting away from that one. This supercontinent began to break up about 200 million years ago, forming the modern continents and the Atlantic Ocean. Juveria.
What's Pangea?
Right again.
Science class for 1600?
Per a 2022 Nobel Prize statement, in quantum mechanics, two particles are this if what happens to one affects the other, even at a distance. Isaac.
What's spooky?
What is spooky?
Sorry, no. Victoria.
What is entangled?
That's right.
Celebrations for 16?
This spring celebration, the Persian New Year,
I don't know the
has a
name
name
of
meaning
this.
New Day in Farsi. Victoria?
No, what? That was my yes.
Answer. Daily double. Pretty commanding lead at the moment, Victoria. But you have to think, how much do I want to risk on a single?
Yeah, I don't think I'm too comfortable with this. I'll do 2,000.
2,000 at stake, going for 18,000. Here's your clue in celebrations. The origins of this ancient Roman festival are murky, but its name might be related to the animal that suckled Romulus and Remus.
What is Lupercalia?
Lupercalia? Yes!
Let's do on cue for 2,000.
A feminine French first name, it also refers to a dish such as sole garnished with seedless grapes.
Von Q is what we're looking for. Von Knox is what we're looking for.
Proper term
On
for a
Q for
citizen of Prince
1600.
Albert.
Proper to... Was Quebec...
Victoria.
What is Monegasque?
Correct.
On cue 12?
No, did you forget list QUE 3 ends with QUE quotation marks?
The rhesus monkey is a species of this. Victoria.
What's a macaque?
Correct.
On cue 8?
Originating in Spain in the 16th century, this early form of novel related the adventures of a roguish
I don't know the
hero.
novel and I'm not interested in books.
Picaresque?
You got it.
Geography for 1200?
Spanish for plains, these vast grasslands
I don't know
sprawl
the
across
name.
Colombia and Venezuela. Victoria.
What are the Pampas?
No.
Oh,
Isaac or
no,
Juveria?
it's not Pampas.
A little further north is
Llanos is what we're looking for.
Back to you, Juveria.
Geography for 1600?
You get 3 A's if you can name this sea between Myanmar
Was Adriatic?
and the Bay of
Was
Bengal.
Adriatic?
Victoria.
What is the Andaman?
Right.
Science class?
Oh,
2000?
Andaman.
Originally called 2005 FY9, this dwarf planet beyond the orbit of Pluto bears the name of the creator god of Easter Island myth. Victoria.
What is Make Make?
Correct for 2000.
Make, yep, I knew that one.
The name of this strait that connects the Red Sea and the
Indian Ocean,
Indian Ocean means Gate of Tears.
Name.
Victoria.
What is the Bob
And that is how I knew the answer. Bob
Science
Almonte.
This term is used for the unique temperature and pressure at which a substance can exist as a liquid, solid, and gas in equilibrium. Victoria.
What's the triple point?
Yes.
Broadway musical 16?
Show in which the title character
show in which the town character is equally good with the rifle in the Bible and is out to treat Mother Superior in the Old West.
Character is equally good with the rifle and the Bible, and is out to retrieve Mother Superior in the Old West. Victoria.
What, does Annie get your nun?
Yes.
Oh, change the letter.
That one.
Change the letter.
Musical 2000.
It's rock and roll time. For a German victim of a botched operation and a clearly upset Andean of yore. Victoria.
What is Hedwig and the Angry Inca?
Yeah, but those two get up to some trouble.
Yeah, Geography 8.
Namibia's Dragon's Breath cave provides access to a gigantic underground lake on the edge of this
not
desert.
interested in desert.
What is it, Kalahari?
Right.
What's Kalahari?
Hey,
What's in the Bible from 1200?
12.
Books judging the judges include one from 2023 titled This Dark Realm of 99% of the Supreme Court's decisions. None signed. That's called the
Shadow Docket is what we're looking for.
Books of
Books of the Bible for 1600.
This Italian plural that can mean boys or guys or my gang is the title of a book of down-and-out Romans by Pier Paolo Pasolini.
I got
What is
nothing.
Ragazzi?
Yes.
Ragazzi,
Books of the
yep.
Bible 2000.
Answer there. The final
That's
daily
gonna
double
cost
lead.
me.
Once again, a solid lead for you, Victoria.
Yeah, 1200.
All right. Going for 32,400 if she's right. Here's your clue. Books of the Bible. Encompassing math and logic, Principia Mathematica by Alfred North Whitehead and him is a book of numbers and letters, too.
Who's Russell?
Bertrand Russell.
Russell's got it, yes.
Celebration 12.
This enlightenment is the name of a holiday that honors Siddhartha Gautama's achievement of that awakening to become the Buddha. Juveria.
What's Vesak?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
Nirvana?
No.
Not Nirvana.
Isaac? The celebration is
Bodhi Days we're looking for.
Victoria?
Broadway Musical 8.
Change 11,
Sure, the working
800.
class title teen from Northern England.
Was Swan Peak.
Passionately
Was
embraces
Swan
ballet,
Peak.
but he also picks on kids half his size. Victoria.
Who is Bully Elliot?
Yeah, not cool, Bully Elliot.
Books of the Bible
Bully
8.
Elliot.
Get the gospel according to John in his memoir of advising Donald Trump on national security. The room where it happened. Victoria.
Who is McMaster?
Sorry, no.
Not
Isaac
McMaster.
That's the gospel according to
John
John.
Bolton we're looking for.
Victoria.
Celebrations 8.
Lima was first called City of the Kings because it was founded during this January festival
Was Chinese
when
New
the three
Year.
kings visited Jesus. Juveria.
What's Epiphany?
Right.
Books of the Bible
No.
for 4.
Published November 24th, 1859, this book about the genesis of different kinds of animals didn't match up with the biblical book of Genesis. Juveria.
What's On the Origin of Species?
Right again.
Celebrations for 400.
An icon of this Mexican holiday is La Calavera Catrina. Victoria.
What's the Day of the Dead?
Yes.
Broadway Musical 4.
Mamacita Morton runs the women's jail in this celebration of Mexican-American culture. Juveria.
What's Chicano?
Yes, not Chicago.
Science for 4.
Iron is the second most abundant metal in Earth's crust. This metal, with atomic number 13, is first. Victoria.
What is aluminum?
Right.
Geography 4.
The Irish Sea connects to the North Atlantic not via St. Patrick's Channel, but his channel. Victoria.
What is St. George's Channel?
Right.
On cue 4.
Now last
Back in the
clue.
day, Gypsy Rose Lee was famous as this type of performer. Juveria.
What's burlesque?
She was a burlesque performer.
Wild
You finished in
Jeopardy
second place with
time.
7,400. Victoria's got a big lead heading into final. Here's your category, Masters.
Medieval times.
submarine sandwich submarine.
Oh, there you are, Perry. You guys are so weird.
Union mission has continued.
We're headed to medieval times. The times, I assume, not the restaurant. Here's the clue. A vassal-lord bond had two parts. In homage, the vassal swore to serve. And in this other six-letter word, the vassal also swore to be loyal. 30 seconds. Good luck. We'll begin with Isaac Hirsch and his 1,200 points.
Let's see.
What did you write down, Isaac? What is fealty? That's right, the vassal swore homage and fealty. The lord swore nothing at all. It's good to be the lord, I guess. What did you wager, Isaac? You will add
100
just
points equals up to
taking you a
1,300
lucky
points.
1,300. Juveria Zahir was in second with 7,400. Did she come up with fealty? She got it.
Fealty also,
So she will be
yep.
adding- Oh, no wager.
Nothing,
So
she
she
stays
still
where
has
she is.
7,400 points. And will likely finish in second because Victoria Gross had a big lead. Did she come up with fealty?
Yes,
she
she
didn't have
did
it.
come up with
But it may not matter
anything.
unless she wagered very riskily.
2,600
2,600 knocks her
points.
down
Yeah,
to
she has
29,800.
She gets
But that's
another
another
3
big
points.
win for you, Victoria. You finished the semifinals undefeated. 3 more match points for you. 1 match point now for Juveria Zahir in second place. No match points in that game for Isaac. Masters, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Victoria Gross with 9 match points has secured her spot in the finals. But who will be joining her? We're going to find out in the next game. You get to take a break, Victoria. Yogesh, Isaac, and Juveria will be out here for the second half of tonight's Jeopardy Masters semifinals. Back in a moment.
Jeopardy Masters. Competing in tonight's second game, Isaac Hirsch, Juveria Zahir, and Yogesh Rao.
Welcome back to the final game of this semifinal round. Facing each other for the very first time, we have the trio of Yogesh, Juveria, and Isaac. And with the 2 remaining spots in the finals on the line, every match point is critical here. Good luck, Masters. We'll get into the game with the Jeopardy round and these categories. First, movie role, TV role. Then we have Around India. It's a ES for me. Followed by Goblin Mode. Say it backwards. Each response here can be found backwards within the clue. And finally, the 20s. Yogesh, you're up first.
I think we have to go with Around India for 1,000.
Answer there.
Around India for 1,000, all the deal is double.
No pressure just because you went there first. You can wager up to 1,000 points.
I will bet 1,000 rupees.
For 1,000 points,
let's bet 1,000, please.
Around India. Before a 2020 visit from President Trump, the replica tombs of these 2 lovers were cleaned for the first time in over 300 years.
Who are Shah Jahan and Mumtaz?
That's correct.
Shah Jahan, yeah.
Movie role, TV role, 1,000.
Movie role, TV role for
Sophia
1,000.
in the musical remake of The Color Purple, and Tasha Tasty Jefferson on Orange is the New Black. Juveria.
What is Brooks?
Yes, Danielle Brooks.
It's an ES for me for 1,000.
Claude Debussy told this composer his work lacked form. He promptly wrote 7 piano duets titled 3 Pieces in the Form of a Pair.
Also, I want with Aaron Sate and Vexations of Fame. Say backwards 1,000.
The professor said, I slave away all semester and my nasty students give me these that will make everyone avoid my course. Yogesh.
What? Evils?
Backwards.
Mine were quite positive, of course. Goblin
Ball for 1,000.
Serrano ham and this cheese, named for a Spanish region, go together like Cruz and Bardem.
What's Manchego?
Good for 1,000.
The 20s for 1,000.
More than 20 countries sent delegates to a 1920 New York convention of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, led by this Jamaican immigrant. Yogesh.
Was Garvey 2800.
Seems the Niagara River has some pesky falls, so this canal opened in 1829, linking Lakes Erie and Ontario. Juveria.
What's Oswego?
Sorry, no. Yogesh?
What's Welland?
The Welland Canal, that's it.
Sorry. Say backward 800.
This top part of the Semenya held her just reward for services rendered to a grateful family. That's the top drawer. Reward backwards.
Rewards we're looking for.
Goblin Mode 800.
This mix of sugar, almond paste, and unbeaten egg whites is used to make decorative shapes. Isaac.
What is fondant?
No. Juveria.
What's marzipan?
That's correct.
It's an ES for me for 800.
Also known as conditional value at risk, this finance term measures the market risk of a portfolio. What is the expected shortfall?
Expected shortfall, so we're looking for.
Back to India. The name of this coast, that includes the southwestern state of Kerala, likely comes from Tamil and Persian words. Yogesh.
Was Malabor movie role, TV role for 800.
The outlaw Josie Wet and Rowdy Yates on Rawhide. Juveria.
Who is Clint Eastwood?
You are correct.
Movie role for 6.
District Attorney Jim Garrison and John Dutton. Yogesh.
Was Kevin Costner India for 600.
The Baha'i Lotus Temple and India Gate are sites in this city. What is Delhi?
Delhi is what we're looking for. ES for 600.
Before whistleblowing, he worked for Dell and Booz Allen Hamilton. Isaac.
Who's Eric Snowden?
No, I'm sorry. Yogesh.
It's not Eric Snowden, it was Edward Snowden. Goblin Ball for 600.
We stumped regular players with chilaquiles. Can you 3 do better with these? Crispy Latin American fried pork rinds?
Also, I want one chicken roll, say backwards for 600.
Hopefully, you were repaid after spending your own cash to get an emergency one of these up the bris. Isaac.
What's a diaper?
Repaid backwards.
600.
This mania for speculating in geographically named stock burst in 1720, ruining many British investors. Juveria?
What's the South Sea Bubble?
Correct.
Movie role for 200.
Danny Ocean and Doug Ross on ER. Yogesh.
Was George
Was
Clooney?
George
Yes.
Clooney? 2400.
In 1620, this somewhat ironically named companionship proved unseaworthy, so the Mayflower set off for England alone. Yogesh.
What's the speed
What's
wall?
the
Right
speed
again.
wall? Backwards to 400.
Making room for so many other boats in the crowded harbor, we were unable to do this properly with our own. Isaac.
What is more?
Room backwards, yes.
Goblin mode, 400.
The K is not silent in this Jewish deli offering of dough that may be filled with meat, mashed potatoes, or buckwheat groats. Juveria.
What's kreplach?
Sorry, no. Yogesh.
What is
Was
Kiddish?
this?
Yes, 400.
Yes, 400.
Use light bulbs with this U.S. government certification. They burn longer and help cut down on greenhouse gases. Isaac.
What is Eco Saver?
No.
Energy saver?
Energy
That's
saver?
also incorrect.
No way.
Yogesh? Not gonna try it? What is Energy Star?
Energy Star is what we're looking
Back
for.
to you, Yogesh.
India 400.
India for
Called
400.
the Pink City, Jaipur is the capital of this Indian state that means Land of Kings. Yogesh.
Where is
Was Rajasthan? Movie World TV World for 400.
Joe March in 1994's Little Women, and Joyce Byers on Stranger Things. Isaac.
Who's Ryder?
Winona Ryder, yes.
Around India, 200.
Rabindranath Tagore and Mother Teresa are two Nobel laureates who went on to claim their heavenly prize after dying in this big city. Yogesh.
Where's Kolkata?
Yes.
Yes, with 200.
A staple of Japanese convenience stores, tamago sando is the familiar sandwich of this stuff. Isaac.
What is egg salad?
Yes.
Goblin mode, 200.
Cross a Rawls Janet and a Red Delicious, and you get this Japanese hybrid. Sweet. Isaac.
What's a Fuji?
It is.
Say it backwards, 200.
Our crack of dawn early morning duties unfortunately had to be faced with this boostless beverage. Juveria.
What's decaf?
Faced backwards, that's it.
Decaf, yep.
20s. On April 27th, 1521, he led 60 men onto the island of Mactan and never left. Yogesh.
Was Magellan.
Was Magellan?
Correct. He died there. You have 9,200 at the end of the Jeopardy round.
And Isaac
Fought
still
back from
thought
negative
was
territory.
in double jeopardy.
I want to introduce you to nature's benchwarmers. Get ready for the underdogs. You tell them, Green Day. I'm here for these guys. Now it's their time to shine. Strap in for the ride, my friend. Gross.
Earlier in this hour, we met Javeria's cheering section in the crowd. Do you have anyone here today?
I do, yeah. My wonderful girlfriend is here. She has sat through so much Jeopardy at this point in her life. Been here for everything. Her dad is here as well as her grandmother, who is 96 years old and has been here for this whole thing, which is incredible to me.
Wow.
I could never do that. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming. It's great to see you all. Javaria, some good news for you. Our judges have decided to allow your response of Kreplach when it comes to the Jewish deli, so you're getting 800 points back. I want to ask you this. You're an emergency room psychiatrist and a medical ed, and you said that that very stressful environment is good Jeopardy preparation. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely. Our workplace can be very chaotic. It can be very busy. You don't know what's going to come through the door, but all you can do is do your best to make people feel comfortable, make them feel safe, and have processes in place to make things run smoothly. And it reminds me very much of this team. You know, you might not always agree. You always have each other's backs. You always take such good care of each other, and you take such good care of us. So it feels very familiar to be here.
Well, that's great. Does that mean Jeopardy is as stressful and unnerving as an emergency room, though? Is that what I'm taking away from this?
It depends on the shift, and it depends on the game.
That's a smart answer. Yogesh Rout, I'm just learning this now. Jeopardy was not your TV debut, right? Where did dedicated Yogesh fans first see you?
So when I was in kindergarten, so not quite 5, I was on the local news. I had somehow gained all the information of the states and capitals, and I went around to local high schools and gave demonstrations with like a blank map.
Did this annoy high schoolers to have a 4-year-old showing them up on geography, or were you a hit?
I never really asked them, but my parents made sure to record the news broadcasts on a VHS tape, and if you're ever in Springfield, Illinois, they will show it to you. Whether you ask them to or not.
Whether you want it or not. Well, it sounds like your TV life course was set early on. It's time for Double Jeopardy players. Isaac, you'll be making the first selection, so pay close attention as I list off your categories. We have Painted Love, then Fashion in Song, Seen on the Road, followed by Female Activists, Read It, and You Quote. What'll it be, Isaac?
Painted Love, 1600.
Klimt painted Beethoven frieze while part of the Vienna branch of this breakaway movement, spelled with a Z. That's secession in German. Secession.
Succession. That's what we're looking for.
The biblical Rebecca is thought to be this title woman in a Rembrandt piece that Van Gogh called infinitely sympathetic. These are tough. The Jewish Bride. The name
Jewish
of that
Bride is what we're looking for.
Painted Love, 1200.
Try it again. The 1928 painting The Lovers is by this surrealist, no stranger to obscuring faces. Javaria.
Who's Magritte?
Right.
Read It for 1600.
Answer. A daily double for you, Javaria. You can see the scores. An aggressive wager would put you in first place if you're correct.
1800.
Okay, 1800 at stake. Here's your clue in Read It. Her A Spool of Blue Thread is set in Baltimore, like many of her novels.
Who is Tyler?
And Tyler.
Tyler, she got it. Yeah.
You're up to 6600. Select again.
Female Activists for 1200.
In the Max show Julia Child gets scolded by this feminine mystique author for keeping women in the kitchen. Javaria.
Who is Friedan?
Betty Friedan is right.
Female Activists for 1600.
Answer. The other daily double. You did not bet big last time, Javaria, but here even a small wager might put you in first place.
1800.
1800 again. You'll have 9600 if you're right in Female Activists. When she died at 108, the ashes of this three-named environmentalist were scattered over the Everglades she helped to preserve.
Who is Cookman?
Sorry, no.
That's what was Joyce Douglas is we're looking for.
Select.
Fashion and song for 2000?
A song about this article of clothing says, "Watch me unravel, I'll soon be naked." Isaac.
What is a sweater?
The sweater song by Weezer.
Fashion and song, 1600.
The Birkin bag is name dropped in Up by Cardi B and Act Up by this duo consisting of Young Miami and JT. Who are the City Girls? Isaac?
Fashion and song, 1200.
In a Taylor Swift song, she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain, and I'm here. Tiberia.
What is in the bleachers?
Yes.
Female activist for 2000.
Seen here at the keyboard, she wrote passionately about neighborhoods in The Death and Life of Great American Cities. Yogesh.
With Jacobs.
With Jacobs?
2000.
Read it for 2000.
A good friend of Charlotte Bronte, she wrote about a little English town in her novel Cranford. Yogesh.
With Gaskell?
Elizabeth Gaskell is right.
Okay. And you
Okay, you can roll for 2000.
There are going to be times when we can't wait for somebody. Now you're either these 7 words. Ken Kesey, quoted by
Ken
Paul
Kesey's
Wolf,
we're
you're
looking
either on the
for.
bus or off the bus. Back to you, Yogesh.
Makes sense. Seen on
Seen
the
on the road for 2000.
My passenger just pointed out a drainage structure and used this 7-letter word for it. I never knew that's what it's called. Yogesh.
What is culvert?
It is a culvert.
Was culvert on the road for 1600.
It's an Oklahoma specialty license plate with the name of this operation, announced by George W. Bush in March 2003. Yogesh.
What is
Was Enjoy Freedom?
Sorry, no. Jerry or Isaac? It was the Iraqi counterpart.
Iraqi freedom is what we're looking
Back to you,
for.
Yogesh.
And you call for 1600.
She does this, like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. Yogesh.
What is walks in
Was
beauty?
Walks in Beauty on the road for 1200.
1200.
Truck accident ahead. If you like to feast on slightly bruised these melons, named for a city now called Turgutlu, it's your lucky day. Isaac.
What are Kasaba mountains?
Yes.
Read it, 1200.
We have a mutual admiration society with this author of prep and romantic comedy. Javeria.
Who is Sittenfeld?
Curtis Sittenfeld, yes.
You quote for 1200.
Of these I sing, Arma Virumque Cano in the original. Yogesh.
What are arms
What Arms and the Man? Painted Love for 800.
In 1915, this Belarusian wed Bella, his hometown love, and showed his love to her in paintings like Birthday. Isaac.
Who is Chagall?
Yes.
Fashion and song, 800.
A song from this rapper and T-Pain mentions apple-bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. Juveria.
Who is Florida?
Right.
Seen on the road for 800.
I only see 2 wheels on the sign, but it indicates a crossing for these ATVs, whose name refers to having 4 wheels. It's a quad bike.
Quad bike is what we're looking for.
To this for 800.
Born enslaved around 1797, in the pre-Civil War years, she won audiences preaching not only abolitionism, but feminism. Juveria.
Who is Truth?
Sojourner Truth, yeah.
Read it for 800.
Norman Mailer was 25 when this novel about a platoon of American soldiers on Anapope Island was published. Yogesh.
What is the naked
Was the naked and the dead? Quote for 800.
The cinema is truth this many times per second. Isaac.
What is 60?
No, I'm sorry. Yogesh.
What is 24?
Was 24?
Yeah, Bedard.
And quote for
The
400.
1926 letter, Der nicht verfällt, meaning that God doesn't do this. Isaac.
What is God doesn't play dice?
Yeah, that's correct. Einstein.
Read it, 400.
2-word title of the ancient work that drew comparisons between guys like Demosthenes and Cicero. Juveria.
What is Parallel Lives?
Right.
Female activist for 400.
Body acceptance activist Demon Derriere suggests unashamedly saying, I am this 3-letter word. Yogesh.
Was fat?
Fat?
Right.
Okay.
Seen on the road for 400.
The guy on the corner doing this advertising job is a dynamo. Maybe he competed in the World Championships of it in March 2025. Isaac.
What is sign spinning?
Yeah, there are sign spinning championships.
Fashion, 400.
In a Prince song, she wore this, the kind you find in a secondhand store. Yogesh?
What is a
Was the raspberry beret?
Here's the
I
last
lost
clue.
clue.
In Painted Love, After his 1609 marriage to Isabella Brandt, daughter of an Antwerp lawyer, he painted himself and wife under a honeysuckle bower. Isaac.
Who is Van Eyck?
It is not Van Eyck.
No, there's one.
It is Rubens.
Rubens, we're looking for a final Jeopardy time.
Not insurmountable lead at the end of the double Jeopardy round. Final Jeopardy's up next, and it will decide who goes to the finals. Two of you three will be joining Victoria. Here's your category.
Final Jeopardy category, Island Countries. This is Final Jeopardy category.
We'll come back with a clue.
Feels the same way.
Thunderstorms in the days ahead tonight at 11.
Island countries
Final Jeopardy category, Island Countries, Europeans with
the
luck.
only UN member state named for a woman. It's named for a 4th century Sicilian martyr. 30 seconds. Good luck. Isaac Hirsch is up first with 3,600. What did you write down, Isaac? Oh, wow. What a great time I had. Congrats to the finals. Oh, but look, you buried the lead. Also,
Oh,
St.
we
Lucia.
can't give you
That is
credit for that one.
St. Lucia in the Caribbean.
What?
The only
What?
country name for a woman. But all
You got
the
right.
lovely as well, Isaac. What will that do to your score?
St.
You
Lucia,
wagered
yup.
615, taking you to 4,215. Juveria here was in second place with 10,400. Did she know it was St. Lucia?
St. Lucia also,
she
yup.
wagered
Nothing, she
all.
says, what she
Interesting.
is.
So she will stand pat at 10,400 points. Yogesh Rout had a pretty big lead heading into Final Jeopardy. Did he come up with St. Lucia?
St. Lucia also, yup, and he gets another 3 points.
Where is St.
He
Lucia?
scores
That's
the
correct. So what did you
final.
wager, Yogesh? 2001, meaning you wind up with 20,801. You are the second winner tonight. That's 3 match points for Yogesh and 1 very important match point for Juveria Zahir. Here it is for the last time in Jeopardy Masters this year. We're going to take a look at the leaderboard. Here are the standings. Victoria, of course, in first
Between
place with
both
9 match
Yogesh
points.
and Juveria are going to the finals.
Juveria finishes in third with 2 match points, leaving Isaac in fourth place. And that means, Isaac, we will be saying goodbye to you here. The good news is there's $100,000 for you as our fourth place finisher. Well, we loved having you with us, Isaac. And congratulations to Yogesh and Juveria. You have made the finals, along with Victoria Gross. And all 3 of them will be back here on the Alex for backstage in the finals. We'll see you then.
We began with 9 masters. Now, only the top 3 remain. Tonight, 1 will be named the champion. It's the finals of Jeopardy Masters. Introducing our 3 finalists. Juveria Zahir. Yogesh Rout. Victoria Gross. And now, here is your host, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Good evening, and welcome to the culmination of this year's Jeopardy Masters. Our finalists, Victoria, our reigning champion, Yogesh, last year's runner-up, and Juveria, making it to the finals in her Jeopardy Masters debut. Tonight, these 3 will play back-to-back games, with the $500,000 grand prize going to whoever scores the most total points. Good luck, Masters. It all comes down to this. Let's kick off game 1 with the Jeopardy round and these categories. First up, beaches. Then long books, short stories. The devil, you say? Followed by on the job, blank of the blank. And finally,
I'm award-winning costume designer Paul Taswell, with clues about clothes that can tell a story, create a world, or just make your eyes pop.
Victoria, start things off for us.
Long books rate.
Flannery O'Connor's story, A Good Man is Hard to Find, is a classic of this disturbing subgenre that indicates a certain setting. Yogesh?
What is Southern Gothic?
With
That's
Southern
right.
Gothic,
Short stories, 1,000.
1,000.
At the end of an Ambrose Bierce story, the protagonist is left dangling beneath the timbers of this tidal structure. Victoria, what is Owl Creek Bridge? That's right. Long books per se.
Tonight is a very special episode dedicated to our armed forces. And what better way to celebrate their sacrifice and service than to pit 2 branches against each other. Now, before we get started, I just want to say thank you all for your service. Okay? Thank you very much.
The 1,300-page tale is chronologically first in James Clavell's
Don't forget, when you're in the cage, you can grab one of the mystery boxes. Only one of them is a mega mystery box that tonight contains
Lewis was fighting 12 times a year, sports writers dismissed his opponents as this club. Victoria, what is the price of month club? Sorry, no. Also incorrect.
Bum of the month, we're looking for.
Victoria, back to you.
Blank of the blank 1,000.
Answer.
So you are up first. Ronnie and Chris, Gene will escort you out. We'll be back with you in a few minutes.
West of the blank. Here's your clue.
One of you will
In
be
an
the
early
gabber who
chapter
stays
of an
with me and answers questions
1864
during
book,
time in the
the
cage.
narrator says,
One of you
the
will be the
very
grabber
idea of
who
going
will raid the
down
cage.
here
Before you
was
decide who's the
simply
gabber and who's the
absurd.
grabber, here are your
What
two
is the center of
categories.
the earth?
Stars
Yeah.
and stripes. My underwear after street food. All right, the answers in these categories are going to be things found in the night sky or things that are striped.
I was
So who's
recently
going to be the
honored with my
gabber?
first
Who's going to
Oscar
be the
for
grabber?
costumes
I'm
for
going
the
to do the
movie
gabbing. You're
Wicked.
going to do the gab?
For
He's much
Alphaba,
greedier
I
than
chose
me.
dark
So
purple colors, and for Glinda, I went with light, bubbly,
All right, so
and
what
pink.
category are you
And
picking?
in fact,
Let's do
her pink
stripes.
bubble
Okay,
gown was
stripes,
inspired by the
All
one
right,
this
grabber, you can head
actress
on down to
wore as
Genie
the
at the
original
cage
Glinda
doors and get
in
ready for your
Wizard
first
of
big raid.
Oh, who is good? It's time for 800.
Married to Julie Andrews.
Ready?
Tony Walton designed the costumes for Mary Poppins,
There
basing
are
them on
11
clothes of
answers
the
on the board.
Edwardian
I'm going to
era,
ask you 10
as he was
questions.
not permitted
Each
to
answer can
reference
only
the
be used
illustrations
once. For every
in
answer
this
you get
author's
correct, you'll
book.
add 3 seconds to your partner's time in the cage. You get one wrong, we'll move on to the next question. The
Near
viewers at home will see
Georgetown
the
on
answer
this
you missed,
island,
but you
the
will not.
biggest in a British
Are you ready to
possession
play?
in the Caribbean,
You got it.
lies
Beautiful. Let's do this.
5-mile-long,
All right, your
7-mile
category is
beach.
stripes.
You'll get
Let's get
it.
45 seconds on the
Name
clock.
it. Pieces of 800.
Your time
Of
starts
the
now.
5 Normandy beaches assaulted on D-Day, this
Oh,
one
let's
between
see.
Gold and
Tiger,
Sword
Tiger,
landed on by the
Tiger.
Canadian 3rd Infantry. You'll get it.
Tiger.
Yes.
Peppermint holiday treats. Candy cake, candy
Eric
cake.
Larson vaulted onto the bestseller list with this true story of murder at the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago.
On.
You'll
Where's
get
the
Devil in
ID?
the White City. Another 1,000 for you. WF800.
Waldo. It's
Orange
Waldo.
hawkweed is also known by this name, an indicator that you shouldn't let it fall into idle artistic hands.
Yeah.
You'll get what is the devil's plaything?
Barcode. Barcode.
Yeah.
The devil's paintbrush.
Yes,
Don't
that's
say
the right
thing
flower.
3
On the
times.
job for a
Field
company.
shoes.
Don't say
An
his
Army
name 3
combat
times.
engineer working on jobs from road building to mine clearing
make it
is known
you.
by this 6-letter term. You'll get what is sapper? Right. On the job 800.
Jamaican
Latin
beer.
for hand is one source of this word for someone who takes dictation or copies writing. You'll get what is amanuensis? Yes. On the job 600. One hired to
Billiard
transcribe
balls?
documents
No.
for this gig,
A
like
red
a
stripe?
Melville
Oh, red
title.
stripe.
We dare you to
Bumblebee,
say it.
Bumblebee.
We dare you. Victoria.
Bumblebee?
Yeah.
That's it.
9
Costume
through
design.
Billiard balls.
15.
Billiard balls.
Paul Tazwell.
billiard balls.
In her 50-plus-year career,
Pepe
dressing
or
such
flower.
icons as Elizabeth Taylor and
Skunk.
Pepe
A
were
skunk.
this designer
skunk.
won an
Yeah.
incredible 8
African.
Oscars. The first for
Zebra.
1949's
Zebra.
The Heiress,
Zebra.
and the last
Yeah.
for The Stick.
Yes.
Beaches for 600.
This Florida beach city just south of Cape Canaveral was a
You
setting for
answered
I
9
Dream of
questions
Jeannie.
correctly at 3 seconds each. That means Erica has 27 seconds to raid the cage and grab as many prizes as she can. Erica,
What is
if you make it out of the cage before the doors close, you keep what you've grabbed.
The
Keep in mind,
1926
no one in the
film
studio
Flesh and
has
the Devil
any idea
helped
how much
make
time
this
remains
Swedish actress a
until we hear
major
that
movie
3-second
star at
warning.
age 21. You'll get this
With Volvo. So it's 200.
That is one
This
alarm
Hans
you can't
Christian
hit snooze
Andersen
on.
story concludes, his
Those
nobleman
doors
held
close,
high
you get
the
trapped in the
train
cage,
that
you
wasn't there at
lose
all.
everything. However, if you leave the cage with extra time on the clock, your raid is over and you're leaving money on the table.
Home to skyscraper hotels,
mine.
nightclubs, and 2016 Olympic beach volleyball. It's a narrow but famous part of Rio de Janeiro.
With Brazil.
What is the name on?
No.
With
Right.
Erica,
Our new devil woman.
With
This
Propaganda.
secret Olympic boy, circa 1028, was the son of a duke known as Robert the Devil and his mistress Arlette. Tiberia.
Is William the Conqueror.
That's right.
On the job for 400.
Not necessarily a young lad, the second in command to the key grip or gaffer on a movie set is credited as this. Tiberia.
What is best for?
Right again.
Blank of the blank for 4.
Women, fine Scotch, international bacon, I know about tomorrow, for I am this. The title of a 1773 novel by Henry Mackenzie. You guess what it is.
Was Man of the World.
Correct.
Stock 400.
Back to Paul Tazwell.
Paying tribute to the people of Africa through her designs, Ruthie Carter was not only the first African-American to win the Oscar for costume design, but she's also the first Black woman to win 2 Oscars, winning for Black Panther and for this, its sequel.
Victoria.
What is Wakanda Forever?
That's the sequel.
Costume design 2.
One more time. Paul Tazwell.
Based on books by Julia Quinn and requiring 7,500 wardrobe pieces just for season 1, this TV series is known for its lavish period costumes, historically accurate, yet with a modern touch.
What is Rubicon?
That's right.
Peaches for 200.
All right, G, show
The
us what
pink
they grab.
sands and crystal clear waters of California Beach await you on this island, 68 miles south of mainland Greece.
Gucci dog collar, the
Victoria's
baby
Creek,
bassinet,
right?
the Hermes baby
Devil
blanket,
The
that
college's
Gucci
color
straw,
scheme,
the
in the
Cavalier
name of
watch,
certain
the
French
teddy bear
soldiers
with
in
the
World
Burberry
War I,
Lola
gave
clutch,
rise to
and
this
Gucci
college
Supreme
sports
Plus
team
diaper
nickname.
bag, which I think could double as a work bag.
Or the two doubles on the Chocolate 200.
Trees is an archaic variant of this job. But either way, looks like there's a new one in town. You'll get
Push up, like the last clue.
In other words, on this would be allied with those seraphim. You'll get
Was what on the side, the angels?
That's right. So if you need a 6600,
And
you'll have
Imperius, this one was in double jeopardy.
Ronnie and Chris to get in the game. Erica and Kevin, head on over there. Hey, you so great job. Great job. Great first raid. All right, fellas, the remaining category for this round is stars. Things found in the night sky. So who's gonna gab? Who's gonna grab? I'll be doing the gabbing, and now I'll be doing the grabbing. All right, Chris, head on down to the cage and get ready for your first big grab. Let's go. Okay, same rule as before. 10 questions. For every one you get right, your partner gets 3 seconds in the cage. Your category is stars. Let's get 45 seconds on the clock.
Stars.
Your time starts now.
Caramel candy. Milky Way. Milky
Caramel
Way.
candy. Milky Way.
Yeah. One Santa's reindeer. Northern Lights. Northern Lights.
One of Santa's reindeer. Comet.
Oh, Comet.
Baseball.
Baseball is bludgeoned. Baseball is bludgeoned. I'm gonna say shooting star. I don't know.
Oh, there's a bludgeon. Bat.
Oh, bat. Katy Perry banger. Firework.
Katy Perry banger.
Firework.
Fireworks.
Yeah. Ladybug. Firefly.
AKA
Firefly.
Firefly.
Yes. Satellite.
Transmit TV
Satellite.
signals. Satellite.
Yeah. Another name for meteor. Shooting star.
Another
Shooting
name
star.
for meteor. Shooting star.
Yeah. New or blue. New or blue. Moon. The moon.
New
The
or
moon.
blue. Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Not southern darkness, but
Not solid darkness, but owl. Owl.
Northern Lights.
Oh, now it's the type of Northern Lights. Tootsie's Pops mascot. Owl.
Tootsie Pop's
Owl.
mascot. Owl.
Yeah. Now it's the time for owl.
Congratulations, you answered 9 questions correctly. At 3 seconds each, that means Chris has 27 seconds to raid the cage and grab as many prizes as he can. And that Mega Mystery Box with the Hermes Birkin bag is still up for grabs. Now, remember, if those doors close and you get trapped in the cage, you lose everything. With all that in mind, activate the cage! Chris, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Ooh, you are the man.
It's time to raid the cage!
You made it. You made it.
I'm so glad you made it out. I was so scared. My God. Here we go, Chris. Ooh, you got the
look another commercial.
Congratulations. Go there, celebrate. I'm gonna have this up for you.
Great job, my man. Good job, man. Good job. Great job. Great job. Great Ray. Cutting it close, my friends. Yes. All right, Jamie, show us what they grabbed.
You got it, D-Money. They got the Ferragamo suede sneakers, Sony wireless headphones, that Oracle kayak I even have my eye on. You just fold it up to take it wherever adventure takes you. They got that. Great video crew. And in their mystery box,
This is a $500,000 grand prize. Look at donating $100,000 to a charity important to the winner. Jabari, if that was you, what charity is meaningful?
Let's see the total
I think for me, a charity that's meaningful to me is Doctors Without Borders. As a physician, I know that every single person, no matter where they live, who they are deserving of safe and dignified health care.
Great. I love when you pick something relevant to me.
A cause that's meaningful to me, I think, is equal justice initiative. I just think that what's where I work, equality and justice are both pretty basic, pretty
You know, reparations and excessive punishment, huge problem that the BJI addresses. So well done. I love that. Last year's champion, Victoria Gross.
With moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. I'm a longtime supporter of Partners in Health. Their aim is to provide a preferential option for the poor in healthcare in some of the most resource-challenged places of the world. They provide free healthcare to their communities they serve. I think they do wonderful work for people who are really in need of quality healthcare options, and I'm very proud to be a longtime supporter.
That's amazing. Thanks for putting the thought into that, Masters. Time for the Double Jeopardy round.
Time for the Double Jeopardy round.
Let's find out what categories we have for you here. Up first, We Can Rebuild. Then 2020's entertainment, followed by the man, the myth, the legend. After that, ooh, that's a lot of syllables. Let's hit the road. And finally, Go Fish. Juveria, make a selection.
The man, the myth, the legend for 1600.
Lord Macaulay wrote a poem about this Roman hero who defended a bridge against the whole Etruscan army. Victoria.
Who is Horatius?
That's correct. Well done.
The man, the myth, 2000.
Aruru makes this wild, hairy man out of clay, and he lives with the animals. Later on, he fights Gilgamesh. Victoria.
Who is Enkidu?
Yes, you had 2000.
The man, the myth, 1200.
This queen tells her sister that the Trojan who just washed up on the shore is her first crush since the death of her husband. Victoria.
Who is Dido?
Yeah.
The man, the myth, 8.
It's a deal you could die for. Only a single obol coin grants you entry onto this ferryman's skiff to the underworld. Juveria.
Who is Charon?
Yes, Charon, it's a good deal.
We Can Rebuild for 1600.
When the British reconquered Sudan in 1898, they wrecked the tomb of the revolt leader known as this. It was rebuilt in 1947. Juveria.
Who is Saladin?
Sorry, no. Yogesh.
Who is the Mahdi?
That's correct.
We Can Rebuild 1200.
In 1902, this bell tower attached to Venice's St. Mark's collapsed in a pile of rubble. It was back up and ringing by 1912. Victoria.
What's the Campanella?
No. Yogesh.
What's the Campanile?
What's the Campanile?
Campanile.
Okay.
Go Fish with 1200. Oh.
One of the largest freshwater fish in North America, the alligator species of this elongated fish is called a living fossil. Victoria.
What is a gar?
Right.
Go Fish 16.
The full 21-letter name of Hawaii's state fish is often shortened to this, the first 8 letters. Juveria.
Oh, look, another TV commercial.
Victoria.
Can experience the magic of Broadway.
Who is we're looking for?
Tony Awards.
Live CBS Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and streaming on Paramount
Go
Plus.
Fish 2000.
Go.
Answer there is a
This cocky, crazy-eyed boy. Your crazy eyes. I mean, look at your friggin' eyes, man. They're like la 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 la. See what everyone will be whispering about when Big Brother returns July 10th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
200 if you're correct. Here's your clue.
Ended their first round with $10,319.
Tommy
and Chris are sitting at $3,000.
That's what was Todd Ponce we're looking for.
Because because you went second in round one, you're going to be playing first this round, okay? All right, let's find out what you're playing for.
All right, for this round, fellas, we've added more prizes, including a Philippine clutch
No,
and
it's
a
incorrect.
We've also added a special
Both
cage
dogs
challenge
we're looking
called
for.
Wrecking Ball. In Wrecking Ball, the grabber will report for duty on the platform, pull a giant wrecking ball, and swing it at the target. Knock down all the targets to unlock a token for a yard, then front and backyard makeover. That'll look good in Atlanta. And that mega mystery box is still available with your men's Birkin bag. The bag, man.
Now, Chris, because you were the grabber last round, you're going to be doing the gabbing this time. All right, let's take a look at our round 2 categories. All right, we got 4 score and 7 years ago. Sorry, that's as much of the Gettysburg Address as I remember. The answer in these categories are going to be words or phrases that rhyme with for and score, or movies released in 2018. What category do you want to go with?
Let's go with 4 score.
Nice, 4 score.
Well, yes, you got it.
Your partner's time in the cage. Category is 4 score. Let's get 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. It roll.
What is St. Paul's? 2020's entertainment for?
It emerged from the COVID shutdowns as a one-part play. One of the main characters is named for...
Oars, we're looking for. Oars, we're looking for. Oars, I know this one. Oars.
2020's H.
Hero with the hammer. Thor.
As this title henchman.
Stadium noise,
What is Renfield? 2020's 12.
Pink Tape was a 2023
Roar, I know the answer. Roar.
The blink of the crowd.
Roar. Fire delivery. Victoria.
Who is Lil Uzi Vert?
Lava.
2020's 16.
Gia Coppola directed Pamela Anderson in this film about a longtime performer in a Vegas casino stage show called La Razzle Dazzle.
I seriously do not know that.
Showgirl.
That's it.
2020's
Matador.
This indie darling has 2 solo albums.
No, it's not. It was the floor.
Punisher from
What the
2020.
sleep sound? Snore.
Snore.
Just play it again, Sam.
Yogesh.
Who's Phoebe Bridgers?
Phoebe Bridgers with an S. You got
Play
it.
it again, Sam. Tug of war. Tug of war.
Play it again, Sam.
Encore.
Oh, it's not tug of war.
Related
It's a
to
real
or supported by
bullbuster.
charity.
Double door.
He's a real bullbuster.
Matador.
Oh, Matador. Baltimore. Yank it as a team. Tug of war.
As a team.
Tug of war.
Potter Professor Dumbledore.
Potter Professor.
Dumbledore.
Got a few questions left, but that's okay.
At 5 seconds each, that means Ronnie has 45 seconds to raid the cage and grab as many prizes as he can.
Telecommunications is what we're looking for.
When doors close and you get trapped in the cage, you lose everything you grabbed from this round. All that in mind. Activate the cage!
Candy Atlantis, we're looking for.
Ronnie, are you ready? Yes. It's time to raid the cage!
And you know what? And you know what? And you know what? Jubilia will not be around for Final Jeopardy. Jubilia's going home.
Good job, challenge. We want to see what's in this hands. We know what we're looking for. We know what we're looking for, okay? Let's see what's in the mystery box.
With autobiographical interval for 400. What clownfishes? What clownfish? What's a clownfish? Yeah. And Jubilia will not the amount of final champion, but the way Jonas will. People for the wolves.
Jeannie?
What do you want?
Put the bag down.
Bye, guys.
All right, Jeannie, show us what they grabbed.
Ooh, you got it, Damon. They got the power drill set, the Babolat tennis racket, the red light therapy laser mask. He also completed the wrecking ball challenge and won a Yard's End front and backyard makeover. Plan your dream yard with stunning 3D renders of your home's exterior and landscaping, furniture and plant recommendations, and a dedicated support team. And in that mega mystery box, all your mystery
That was magical. Listen, you guys were down. You needed a big raid to come back. Yes. From this round, you were able to grab prizes worth
Time no see. We're gonna bust beneath the bird once and for all. Are we gonna do this again?
Check it out. Gecko gear.
My face fascinator!
It's a submarine sandwich submarine.
Oh, there you are, Perry. You guys are so weird.
A blind spot that
Here's your clue, players. Heard often in the film The Conqueror, this name of a once nomadic people comes from a Latin word used for hell.
You're going to be doing the gabbing this time. I am. The remaining category for this round is 7 years ago. Movies released in 2018.
Okay.
You ready? Yes. Let's go. Your category is 7 years ago. Let's get 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Superhero of the seas.
Superhero of the seas. Aquaman. Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yes. Halloween.
October
Halloween.
31st.
We'll begin with Yogesh Rao.
Halloween.
13,000 points coming into Final Jeopardy.
Fight.
He wrote
Fight.
down
Taters.
who are Tatars.
Tatars.
That's close, Yogesh, but that's actually of Turkish or Persian.
No.
Not correct. You wagered everything.
Everything.
Leaving you with 0. Victoria Gross came into final with the lead, 21,200. Her response?
Mongols.
It's not the Mongols.
No.
It is in fact the Tartars. The word Tatar was modified to recognize Tartarus.
Tartarus is what we're looking
So the
for.
spelling and pronunciation were changed to
Fight.
Miami
Fight.
What did you wager, Victoria?
$6,800 and she gets another 3 points.
Vice.
That'll take you down to 14,400. So at the end of game 1, Victoria with
Oh,
14,400
we're
points.
game 2.
Yogesh, you'll be starting from scratch in game 2. And the second game...
Fight. The library, for instance. A Quiet Place.
The library, for instance.
A Quiet Place.
First Man.
Yes. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther. Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yes. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Sing-along Queen song.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes. Mother Teresa for one. Oh, The Nun.
Mother
The
Teresa
Nun.
for one.
The Nun.
Yes. Bonkers Billionaires. Crazy Rich Asians.
Bonkers Billionaires from the Far East.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes. Snake Juice. Venom. Venom.
Snake Juice.
Venom.
Venom.
Yes. In Eden Adam. First Man.
In Eden, Adam.
A Quiet Place.
Yes. We know that's not the bridge.
Okay, she did great. She did so good.
Congratulations, you answered 8 questions correctly at 5 seconds each. That means Kevin has a whopping 40 seconds to raid the cage. You did that, young lady. You did that. Great job. All right, we reset the Wrecking Ball Challenge, and the Yard's End front and backyard makeover is still in play. With all that in mind, activate the cage. Kevin, are you ready? It's ridiculous how ready I am. It's time to raid the cage.
What's in the mystery box? You got a Apple AirPods Max! Perfect. Good job. I'm gonna add them for some stuff. Great job. You killed me.
How did you feel about the raid?
Man, that's intense.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, our colonel had a plan, and he executed. Yes. All right, Jeannie, show us what they brought.
All right, Damien, they got the wood house liquid turbo coffee table, a smart nail printer, in the mystery box were the Apple AirPods Max, and he completed the Wrecking Ball Challenge, so he won a Yard's End front and backyard makeover. I want that. That is a really good prize. Great job.
Look at that. All right. Now let's get serious.
Okay. From this round, you were able to grab prizes worth
$104. Don't count Erica and
What?
Points. We will be writing that score now. Total point affair. Anything can happen. This is not over yet. Good luck, players, as we enter game 2. We'll start with some world history, followed by religion, then all kinds of food, nicknames, tough TV, and finally, I'm at a loss. Something you'll rarely hear a Jeopardy master say. Victoria, you go first.
Religion for 1,000.
You have to hold the rank of Archbishop to be one of these, a Vatican ambassador to another country.
All I want was the seal some TV for 1,000.
David Fincher directed episodes of this Netflix.
Oh, was Orange is the New Black? All I want was Orange is the New Black.
What is Mindhunter?
Oh, all I want was Mindhunter. Some TV for 800.
Raised, Leslie Knope of Parks and Rec fame.
Who was Amy? No. Oh, we're looking for a city. Was Atlanta?
Juveria.
What's Eagleton?
Oh yeah, I hate those guys.
Oh, West Eagleton.
World history for 1,000.
Answer. Nearly double.
Does the Cosby?
And you can wager up to 1,000 points, as you know.
1,000 points.
Okay, here's your clue in world history. The Piagnoni, fanboys of Girolamo Savonarola, were the main instigators behind these events. One took place on Shrove Tuesday.
What's Bonfire?
Bonfire, the Vanities? Yes!
You had 1,000? And you're now just behind Yogesh.
All kinds of food for 1,000.
Not to be confused with a Mexican sauce, this Filipino dish is braised meat cooked in a marinade of vinegar, soy sauce, and garlic. Victoria.
Adobo?
Correct.
Food for 8.
From Turkish for turning, it's the Middle Eastern version of a gyro or doner, meat shaved from a rotating spit and wrapped in a pita. Juveria.
What's shawarma?
Shawarma in Turkey, yes.
Nicknames for 1,000.
It's the nickname for a person from Tyneside, England, including Newcastle, or the dialect they might speak. Yogesh.
What is Geordie?
Was Geordie? Some TV for 600.
Conan O'Brien wrote this Simpsons episode that centers on the civic plans of the slick-talking...
Was Treehouse of Horror?
Victoria.
What is Marge versus the Monorail?
That's the title.
Marge was the Monorail.
Religion 8.
Around 6 million people, mostly in India, practice this ancient religion that believes every living thing has an eternal jiva, or soul. Juveria.
What's Jainism?
Yes.
World history for 800.
Around 1970, Father Gustavo Gutierrez coined this term for a movement for social action by the church in Latin America. Yogesh.
What is liberation theology?
Was the liberation theology? World history for 600.
In 1900, Herbert's wife, Lou Hoover, wrote that she was in the most interesting siege at Tianjin during this rebellion. Yogesh.
What's the
Boxer Rebellion? I'm at the loss 1,000.
One way to say beaten, it's also a fine, smooth wool fabric used in suits. Juveria.
What's worsted?
Very good, yes.
Nicknames for 800.
For his cunning tactics during World War II, German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel earned this nickname. Victoria.
What is the Desert Fox?
Yes.
I'm at a loss, 800.
The signs are all there. It means to submit, but Macbeth says, I will not do this to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. Juveria.
What's prostrate?
No. Victoria or Yogesh? The signs are all there. He says, I will not yield.
I will not yield.
If imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, well, Georgie and Mandy are flattered.
Now you're all.
Why'd he take off my head? Do you want to hear my imitation of you?
No, ma'am.
I didn't think so.
Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. All episodes now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Delicious Vegemite, yeah.
Raise the cage. We are entering our third round, where Ronnie and Chris are leading with 25,000.
With the watchtower, nickname for 600.
Eric and Kevin are trailing $17,550. At the end of this round, only the team with the highest prize value.
With white waters, I'm at a loss for 400.
Beat the cage for even more incredible prizes. Ronnie and Chris, because you're in the lead, you're going to start off round 3 for us. Let's see what's new in the cage. Jeannie?
This round means new prizes like this Tiffany Teardrop necklace. And we've also added 2 new cage challenges. First up is Tangled Web. In Tangled Web, the grabber will channel their basic training to physically twist, turn, and tilt their body through the elastic maze to retrieve a token for a Body Core Gym package. Next, it's Mountain Climber. In Mountain Climber, the grabber will hoist themselves up this epic ramp, make it to the top, then down the stairs to unlock the token for a trip to Mountain Lodge Telluride in
Now, you've got a chance of being a gabber and a grabber. For our third round, you get to decide who's doing what. But before we do that, let's take a look at our round 3 categories to see if that sways your decision, shall we? All right.
Who is with Daria? With Daria? With Daria?
To answer these questions. All right. The answers in these categories are going to be phrases that contain the word be, or the few, the proud, the marine animals. So,
what's the rising sun, the midnight sun?
I feel confident in being all I can be. All right, so who's grabbing and who's gabbing?
I'm doing the grabbing, and I'll be the gabber.
So, Chris, you're staying here with me to take on Be All You Can Be. Ronnie, head on down to the cage, my man.
Let's go.
Alright, to up the ante a bit, each correct answer is now worth 7 seconds. You know the drill. Let's get 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
With the Black Panther party, we'll be 200. Oh, pay attention. Pay attention. Shakespeare's legendary line.
Woman of this pilfering profession. Victoria.
What are pirates?
To be or not to be?
To be or not to be?
Yes!
This occurred
Classic anti-arts command.
The conclusion of Yom Kippur. Victoria.
What is the shofar?
Right.
Food too?
It's the proper name for a grilled sandwich.
Powers that be.
Classic Candy Heart command.
Yogesh. What is it, Ruben? Right. Nicknames to
Be kind, rewind.
She's
Be mind. She's
Javeria.
recently engaged.
Correct from Oliver Twist.
Top TV for 2.
It was this character all along in a series of memes
Engaged,
churned out by WandaVision fans. Yogesh.
Who is Agatha all along?
Agatha.
Bride to be. Bride to be.
Right to be.
Yeah. People in charge.
Abandon or give up. In Major League Baseball, it results in a 9-0 score, which looks like a team really got its butt kicked.
People in
Yogesh, that's a forfeit.
charge.
That's the score in a forfeit. You have an even 7,000 and the lead at the end of the Jeopardy round. Beginning a comeback. We'll see what happens in Double Jeopardy when we return.
I'm gonna say be prepared because I seriously do not know.
Powers that be.
Oh, powers that be. Oh, I know this one. Won't you be my neighbor?
Signature song.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah. It's Destiny. It's Destiny. Be aggressive.
It's Destiny.
It's gonna be me.
In sync, Charts Topper. Be prepared. Be prepared.
It's gonna be me.
Now's the time. It's blockbuster for your reminder. Be kind, rewind.
Be kind, rewind.
Yes. Boy Scout motto. Be aggressive.
Boy Scout motto.
Be prepared.
Oh, be prepared. Classic cheerleader chant. Be aggressive.
You got 7 questions correctly at 7 seconds each. That means Ronnie has 49 seconds to raid the cage. Ronnie!
Yes.
Now remember, if those doors close and you get trapped in the cage, you lose everything you grabbed from this round. It's not gonna happen though, right?
Never. Not.
All right, with all that in mind, activate the cage.
Good for the dome. Good for the dome. This will put you just right. Come on up there and celebrate. I got you up here.
I love getting a head massage. Oh, great rave, man. You got nowhere near tangled web. Is that scary? Too big for that?
Too tall.
I feel like you could just put your head in, like half your body would be already out.
Yeah.
All right, man. Jeannie, show us what they grabbed.
All right, Damon, they got the Tiffany Pearl bracelet, the Beaumont thigh-high boot, sexy. In the mystery box, they got the electric head massager, and he completed the mountain climber challenge and won a trip to Mountain Lodge Telluride. Enjoyed 5 nights among the San Juan Mountains in a ski and ski at Lux 2-bedroom suite with lift tickets included.
All right. You guys clearly don't ski. You guys ready to see the damage?
Yes.
All right. From this round, you were able to grab prizes worth
Madeline Matlock? Who the hell are you? You're loyal because it's who you are. Group hug.
No group hug.
Yes, just not you.
Welcome back to Raid the Cage. Ronnie and Chris just completed their 3rd raid, bringing their total winnings to $42,777. Erica and Kevin currently have $17,550, and they have one more shot in the cage. Now, remember, at the end of this round, only the team with the highest prize value will keep what they've won and move on to the incredible grand finale, where they have to beat the cage in order to take home the biggest prizes of the night, including a Ford Mustang. The remaining category for this round is the few, the proud, the marine animals. All right, we've seen each of you have a go at gabbing and grabbing. So, who's doing what this round?
He's gonna be the gabber, and I'm gonna be the grabber.
I like that. Kevin, you're staying here with me. Erica, you're on cage duty. Get it. Ready? Let's go! Now remember, each correct answer is now worth 7 seconds for your partner in the cage. Let's get 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Black and white waddler.
Black and white waddler.
Kit and Cody Wilson for fashion advice, and my personal shopper, Jim Palamo.
Waddler.
Thank you, Yogesh. And what about
Penguin.
Yeah,
Penguin.
so first of all, I'm really grateful to y'all for taking a chance on having me the first time 20 years ago and having me back now. Like, it means the world to me.
Lobster.
52 signature song.
Lobster.
My dad passed away 7 years ago on the day that this will have premiered.
Hammerhead. No. That's Blonde. Blonde.
Famously divine
pizza
topping.
topping.
Competitors. He taught us all to play chess when we were very young. When you competed with my dad, the expectations were that you would play your hardest, you would be a great sport, you would be relentlessly ethical, and you would help me make me smile when you were
Barracuda?
It's a pizza
topping. Try Barracuda.
Anchovy.
Oh, anchovy.
Right now, Victoria, you're going to
With
make the
that
first selection in the
model.
double jeopardy round. Unusually, you're in 3rd place. Here are the categories for you 3. First, let's set some boundaries. Then, in the Broadway cast, human prehistory, followed by 8 Ways to Win, French poetry, and, appropriately enough, the end with END in quotation marks.
I don't know.
Stingray.
Oh, Stingray.
The song How Beautiful You Are by The Cure was inspired by a prose poem in La Spleen de Paris by this 19th century poet. Victoria.
Who is Baudelaire?
It is.
French Poetry 2000.
Barracuda?
Free Willy for one. Killer Whale.
Oh, Killer Whale. It's so nice they named it twice.
Good for 2000. This play about gay men at a party ran 1,000 shows on 55th Street in 1968 and moved 10 blocks for its 2018 Broadway debut with Matt
The fish so nice they named it twice.
Mahi.
Arthur Kennedy played him when The Crucible opened on Broadway. In 2025, Sadie Sink is in a play called He is the Villain.
Pelican.
Anything clue? Red blank.
Lobster is the villain.
One. Redfoot, water weasel. Barracuda. Oh, come on. All that shit with the rocket whip.
Fouille Mort inspired this seasonal standard with versions by Nat King Cole and Frank
Barracuda.
With a rockin' riff.
That's okay.
5 questions correctly at 7 seconds each. That means Erica has 35 seconds to raid the cage. We've reset the Tangled Web and Mountain Climber challenges so the Body Core Gym Package and the trip to Mountain Lodge Telluride are both up for grabs. This is your last shot to catch up. You need $25,228 to move on to our grand finale. All that in mind. Activate the cage. It's time to raid
Was the .9 pill, boundaries in 2000. She made it.
You did forget the token, I know, but you did make it out of the cage. Congratulations!
They all.
Now the bad news. You completed the Mountain Climber challenge, but you left the token inside. So that doesn't count, unfortunately. But you got a lot of other stuff. Great job, guys. Jeannie, show us what they bring.
Alright guys, you got the mosquito teddy bear lamp, the Gucci tote bag, and the Sony DSLR camera.
Was she hot Arlo? He was the win for $1,600.
$777. Erica and Kevin, you started this round with $17,000.
Was the hunting from the shark? Rocket Way Castle Publishing.
The time has come to see your final prize value for the night. After this raid, your new total is...
Was Bushes?
23,800.
Yeah, for $600. All the other daily double. Let's bet it all.
Erica and Kevin, thank you so much for playing the game with us. Thank you for your service. You guys were awesome. Great job. When we come back, Ronnie and Chris are headed to our grand finale. They try to beat the cage and maybe, just maybe, come out with that call. You don't want to miss.
Yes, for 2000. Intended, we're looking for. He was the win for 2000.
Got an itchy throat from allergies? Claritin Liquid provides powerful
William
all-day allergy
we're
relief
looking
in an
for.
instantly soothing liquid. For relief of even...
Beatty turned her experiences as the daughter and wife of addicts into the bestseller This No More. It's called Codependence.
Codependence No More is what we're looking for.
And
for 800.
The salad here is topped with pea shoots, botanically called these twining parts. Yogesh.
What, NDs?
No, sorry. Victoria or Juveria? Mechanically, they are tendrils.
Tendrils is what we're looking for.
For now.
8 ways.
8 ways to 800.
In Buddhism, the 8-spoked Dharma chakra represents, in part, this important doctrinal root of the faith. Yogesh.
What's the eightfold path? History for
Possibly
800.
the earliest evidence of cooking shows our ancestors 780,000 years ago having this for dinner near Lake Hula. Victoria.
What is fish?
Correct.
In the Broadway cast 8.
This baritone with a bonny daughter who's also a singer introduced songs like If I Loved You and Carousel. Yogesh.
Was rate.
Was rate?
Be more specific?
John Rate.
Was John Rate? Sets up boundaries at 800.
The meridian of this headland separates the South Atlantic from the South Pacific. Victoria.
Geez, what is...
Nope.
Yogesh.
What's Cape Horn?
Cape Horn is correct.
South boundaries with 400.
A fault running from Erin in the west to Stonehaven in the east is a traditional
Turning
boundary
Woods
between
live,
these
CBS
two regions
Sunday,
of Scotland.
and streaming on Paramount Plus.
What are the Highlands and the Lowlands?
Yes.
Broadway for 4.
Movie star Lee Martin's Universal Lighthouse Foundation for these people was started in Lincoln Rock in 1966.
Was the blind? We history for 400.
Alright, now it's time for one final raid.
One. What's it was with 400?
Alright, Jamie. Welcome to the cage for the final raid.
It's the bonus round, so that means bigger challenges and bigger prizes. No one has the entangled web, so heading into the grand finale to beat the game, we've upgraded the prize to a trip to the Hilton La Romana in the Dominican Republic, which increases the value, right? And if Snowball's chance, the grabber will grab the snowball and attempt to roll it up the mountain. Land the snowball in the
Wild
roll
Jeopardy
zone
time.
to unlock a token for a Yarbo autonomous lawnmower and snowball robot package. And in spin-out, the grabber is on a mission to navigate a ball through the massive maze by twisting and turning the wheel. Free the ball from the maze to unlock the car keys to push your new whip out this cage.
Paintings, wild Jeopardy category.
Alright, you will have 90 seconds to raid the cage tag team style. You may take turns going in and out of the cage as many times as you'd like. If you get out successfully with prizes worth at least $50,000, you beat the cage and take home everything you grab from the whole night. Alright. Anything less, the cage beat you. Not today. Let's give myself goosebumps. For this raid, you'll have a 5-second warning before the doors close. Okay. Ronnie and Chris, head on down to the cage.
Come on, guys, I'm ready for you. This is gonna be fun. Let's go.
All right, you've got 90 seconds on the clock for the final time tonight. Activate the cage.
Stop there.
Chris, are you ready?
Archie characters 8.
It's time to raid.
I'm gonna go with Babbler. Yo. The other family gets this and they win. If not, we lose. Archie characters 8 years. They're saying, applaud! No! Applaud! No! Bud, Bunny, and Roger Rabbit. They're going to Fast Buddy. They're saying,
2 challenges completed. I'm so proud of you guys. Let's go celebrate.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right. You need $50,000 to beat the cage. Jeannie, show us what they grabbed.
All right, gentlemen, you got the Arctic Outdoors 45-quart Ultra Tough Cooler. The Alpine Skis. What was that ski move again? Okay, got it. Yup. The electric high-step e-bike durable pet trailer with its 750-watt motor and 7-speed drivetrain. You and your pup will be cruising in comfort. The Segway 9-watt go-kart pro. That's a lot of fun. The Blaze propane grill. This beautiful grill boasts 4 stainless steel burners, generating a whopping 13,000 BTUs each. That's a lot of heat. And you completed the Tangled Wet Challenge and got a trip to the Hilton La Romana in the Dominican Republic. Enjoy 5 nights at this all-inclusive tropical playground that features fancy restaurants and bars and a brand new water park. And you completed the Snowball's Chance Challenge. You got the Yarble Core with snow blower and lawn mower modules with smart obstacle avoidance and auto recharging. You'll keep your property in tip-top shape all year round.
If you rated over $50,000 in prizes, you beat the cage and get to keep everything you won from earlier, plus everything from this raid. Any less, you lose everything you grabbed from this round. Did you beat the cage?
I think we beat the cage. I think we beat the cage.
Let's find out.
Come on. The big fitty, let's go. Come on. Here we go.
Oh boy. No.
Subject is a kindred spirit, and in 1890 depicted him with flowers used to treat heart disease. 30 seconds, masters. Good luck. We'll begin with Victoria Gross, who had 11,000 points in Game 2.
Let's
Coming
see
into
what
Jeopardy.
it.
Her response, she wrote down, "Who is Dr. Gachet?" And that is correct.
Dr. Gachet,
Friend of
yes.
Van Gogh and his famous portrait of the doctor. What did you wager, Victoria? She wagered everything, taking her
Everything.
22,000. When we add her 14,400 points from Game 1, she now has 36,400 points. And the lead over Juveria and Yogesh for the moment. Juveria, will come to you next. Did you think about Van Gogh and Dr. Gachet? She's right as well.
Dr. Gachet also, yep.
16,000, taking Juveria to 36,800 points. She now has a 400-point lead over Victoria. Look how close this is. Yogesh Rao, it all comes down to whether you knew Dr. Gachet. Your response?
Dr. Gachet also, yep, and he won.
5601 puts Yogesh at 41,601. And an extraordinarily close final. Yogesh emerges as the winner of this year's
And I won $500,000.